Mazel tov, everyone! Welcome to Rotten Brains!
Hi. All right. So, welcome back to the world of Vilazia. This is a quick little announcement before we get started. This is going to be our final live stream of the world of Vilazia because we're switching over to actually recording it due to just it being a little easier for us to actually capture it. The videos will still go up every Thursday. They will not be changed from anything, just to a recording format. That's about it. Let's go from introductions. Which side of the table should we do first?
That one.
We're up for offer. How about this? What side chooses heads? Which side chooses tails?
Tails never fails!
Tails.
I guess
we're heads. Jesus Christ.
It's heads! Why don't we start with you? What is your name, title, and who are you playing?
I'm Xversity. I'm the editor of Rotten Brains, and I'm playing Scoobert.
What is Scoobert?
What is he?
He's a warlock, beetle,
Mithraxan.
Mithraxan.
Yeah. And I know it is hard for you to do that because he's not a normal fantasy race. He's one of my made up ones.
What are you getting into?
All right.
I got a cat.
Now it's your turn.
I am Impun, the podcast host, and I'll be playing Fish Sticks, the Merfolk.
What's your class?
My class is Ranger.
Ranger.
I'm Ambrosia. I don't have a title.
You do have a title.
What's my title?
You're music maker. You're the musician.
Head musician.
You're head musician.
I forgot. Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm playing Amara. I don't remember what she is.
She's an Azazen,
Oh.
which is a African inspired pixie.
Okay. Well, that. Yeah.
And what's your class?
I don't remember.
Barbarian.
Okay.
It says it.
It actually doesn't.
Honestly, whenever I think of
It
her, I
doesn't
just
say
think,
that.
alright.
It says Azazen.
You didn't help me with
Did
the
I
rest
not?
of it. Remember?
Crazy.
Oh, that is right. Because we were deciding on whether you should be called a barbarian or a
We
bloodbarian.
didn't get to choose yet.
Well, you get to choose now. Do you want to be a bloodbarian or a barbarian?
I like the blood variant.
Okay, so just write bloodbarian.
Okay.
And then we'll switch over to this side. Who are you? What's your title? What are you playing? Who are you playing?
Hello there, everyone. My name is Cricket. I am the head artist, and I'm playing Bronson B. Boilertap. He is an artificer, warforged by stats, but what is it called? It's in universe something else.
No, he's a
Ironforged.
Oh yeah, that's his sub name in Vilazia.
Yeah.
So there's there's different types of warforges in the world. There's like wooden ones, construct ones. This one is a iron forge. Yeah.
All right, now it's your turn.
I'm Kaz. I am the head helicopter pilot of Rotten Brains Productions, and I am playing William Beardshaker, who is a dwarven bard who's a bit down on his luck after writing some plays that didn't go so well.
I am Trident of Seas, the village idiot.
I mean, honestly, you don't have a title just yet,
That's why I
but
call myself the village idiot.
as of right now, you are background actor number 1.
Great position. Village idiot. Bring out your dead.
All right. So who are you playing?
I am playing Bastion Nobeard of the Sky. I am a
Celia Goblin.
Selly Goblin who is a fighter.
Multi-classed. You're a fighter pirate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because I was
A fighter pirate, not a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
I'm not in Braden's helicopter.
Okay, so speaking of objects, if you point your attention to the center of the table, there are kind of some quick counts as things I was able to print up, but everybody has a mini now.
How long do those take to print?
Each one takes about half an hour. The bigger guys took like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we should use them for mini bowling.
It's going to take a while for me to make
The
replacements.
orange pills at me.
The red one in the middle is yours.
If you guys want to see close-up shots of them, I'm pretty sure after the video comes out, they should be up on Discord. So if you join the Discord down below, you can see close-ups of them.
I'm a guy. I have a guy.
Thank you to
Thank you,
Cricket for making those.
I found some models on Thingiverse. The one who was the most complicated to try and get working was trying to make something for Bronson. because he's just so weird. I wasn't
Do
going
you
to
want
find
yours
anything,
to
so I
touch
melted pieces together that
Deck one, can
shouldn't
you give
belong.
the one with fairy wings?
Yeah.
Sounds like you gave yourself trouble for no reason. Though.
Yes. The blue one that's furthest away from you is
It
yours.
matches your nails.
The yellow one that is furthest away from you is yours.
Sounds mine. I just can't reach.
And then this one is mine, and orange is Exversity's.
And then there's just a random Mithraxan beetle thing.
Yep. I don't know. It's somebody you can probably
I
use.
look like Meltman
I
with the power to melt.
you know what? They're brightly colored, roughly humanoid. They work for what
Yeah.
we're doing.
I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny that people might know
It's a
that
Santa
reference. I tried to
Oh,
find
no.
out when I
But-
came.
Okay.
A non-combat dwarf. I just needed a non-combat dwarf.
Yeah.
They're good counts as figures for now. They're better than what we
Oh.
were using before.
Oh yeah.
You mean nothing?
Well, we were using the Super Dungeon Explorer
Yeah.
figures. We just kind of had. We just wanted to, instead of just doing Theater of the Mind. Today is Theater of the Mind. However, let's pick up a little bit from where we were last time.
Yep.
You guys have successfully defended the gates of Vilazia to the main kingdom of, if I remember correctly,
I
it
didn't do
is
anything.
Arden. You did. You beat up that guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah, but
kicked
that
some
was for
serious
me.
butt.
That was for me.
I just like beating people up.
You guys are now at the front kingdom gates to Ardnor. However, you are going into the main hub of the city, Artenis.
I forgot it's been a while since we've actually done this.
I have to retrain myself to the world of Vilazia
Yeah.
again. It's Aronthis. Thank you. That's how you say it.
Write a
Aronthis.
book.
I wrote this whole thing.
Print it.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's been almost a month since we've done
You guys know that it is ruled over by King Thalion the Just. He is, by all the stories you've heard, before Vilazia was in like this time of peace, other than like this new cult kind of ramping up random attacks, but before that, like just ever peace. Like there really hasn't been too much violence. The last big war was King Thalion's father fighting against the elves. However, King Thalion has gotten the elves to just like work together, and now there hasn't really been any wars. No one's really fighting. The world lives in relative peace, and it's thanks to King Thalion. It's kind of the reason he's king. He doesn't really take the title of king as a throne seeker. He's like, my father was king. I didn't get this because of my father. I earned it because people trusted me. And that is true. He deposed his father. He fought against his father because he felt like his father was unjust, and he had this righteous feeling of justice. He's actually married to an elf. You guys know her as Queen. I want to make sure I get this right because I know King Thalion because I was checking up on it. Yep, Queen Ilaria. She is an elf. She is renowned for like her grace, her intelligence, and dedication to the welfare of the people. And yeah, she is a super powerful celestial elf. Yeah, she has celestial blood. But you guys are heading. I'm saying this to just catch everyone up and refresh because it has been a couple
We
weeks
were
since we've been able
voluntold to do something.
Yeah. So you guys are being escorted by guards to the head like castle to meet with Queen Alara and King Thalion and their son Prince Aldrich. But whether you guys talk to him or not, you can come up with that.
Is it bad? I think I picture the guards as banana guards from Adventure Time.
We will imagine that they have pointy hats.
You can imagine them in any suits of armor
And
you
it's go,
want.
Hello.
I don't really have a description of their armor except for it's like silver, blue. Funny enough, there is a yellow in there because the royal colors.
Royal gold.
Yeah,
stuff.
Exactly. So
There's probably a guard captain whose helmet is actually
to
cone-shaped and like.
to get
Go get Baskin.
to get this right out of the way, there's two things we have to do before we get right to the story.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is I do have to admit, and I did this last Thursday, but I'm going to do it now since you're here. And if anyone didn't pick it up, I am a big fan of D20, which is Dimension 20, which is Dawn Dropout. I did steal a name in a panic because there wasn't supposed to be a name for this guy yet until you fought him later. But because you guys defeated the guy, I couldn't think, and Dimension 20 was fresh in my brain, so I called him Commander Thistlespring, which is one of the main families in Fantasy High. It is the second reference I've made to
The late Thistlespring.
Yeah, he is fucking dead.
Turbo dead and cadaverific.
I'm so mad that you guys killed him. I want to put this out there. I'm so
And you
mad.
probably had plans for him later on.
He was supposed to be a 3rd level boss!
Hey, you
I
know
gotta
what?
write another one.
You know what?
Good luck, buddy.
Now what you do is you make his son.
You guys are, because you did this to me, I am going to write the anime beach episode, and you guys just have to go to a beach.
Yes! This sounds awesome.
Because now I have a empty slot for an episode that you guys are just gonna have to
be
do.
going around with a metal detector.
I will do a relaxing episode where you guys don't have to fight some big evil, but you will be on the beach
that
because
sounds
I,
fun.
Do we have to talk about our feelings?
if you want
Campfire
to,
song.
you can be Azula on the beach during the beach episode.
Yay.
Campfire song.
Aw.
So you guys get to do some weird stuff that'll be later down the line because that episode is now an empty void.
Team bonding.
So I'm like, you know what?
Slip
Yeah,
ass.
exactly. I'm like, you guys can do some fucking bonding over a casual episode where I get to write a serious shit after
It's
that.
like an actual RPG where we beat the boss, one of the mid-game bosses too early, so we get to split off and go to different directions.
Yeah, exactly. You guys
We
get to
back
do
the
so
main
much aside. But
timeline. I love when games do that though.
second thing is, we want to officially welcome you and happy birthday
Oh
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
to Impun. Officially
Happy
welcome.
birthday.
Don't sing it. It's copyrighted.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's copyrighted. We have to pay $100 for every line that you sing of the song, so it's like
Can we
$300.
sing Black people happy birthday?
I didn't know
I
that existed.
don't know if that's
Yeah,
a
it's,
thing.
it's copyrighted.
Copywritten news.
Copyrighted music.
Copywritten news.
We got
For
unicorn
you.
cookie.
I did not know what kinds you liked, so I picked the most colorful ones I could.
Copywritten music.
Unfortunately, I
That's
almost got run
hilarious.
over, so they went flying.
You done good, kid.
You done good, kid. So we wanted to officially welcome you into the company as an actual.
Since
Person.
I didn't get a welcome.
You didn't
Well,
get.
yeah.
I didn't get one
Yeah.
either, and I created the damn company.
Yeah, it doesn't count. You created
Fine,
it.
we'll do another one
red
for you when
Gatorade.
we win.
That
How
much I
about this?
know.
Orange
For
is
album
good.
release, we
Thank
will
you.
get you. We will have
I
a
didn't
full.
get cupcakes on my birthday. You guys suck. Damn.
Fucking ask me that next time.
My birthday already passed.
My birthday
Yeah,
was like a
Ken's
couple months
Ken
ago.
passed too, and I never even got to do something
Yeah,
for
Mine
him.
was in March.
Okay,
I
so
actually-
you get orange.
Christ.
All right, I got these out. Any of you want this?
Yeah.
All right, take this. How about you? You want fruit punch?
There's fruit punch in here.
And you've already got that. Do you want this now?
No.
Okay, I'm putting this back.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I'll take it from you. Wait. Yeah.
You liar!
I'm running
Which is
low.
the best part
She's
is that
running
my
low.
birthday was a couple weeks before PAX.
She needs blood.
Oh, there we go.
My birthday was a couple weeks before PAX. On top of that,
Yeah.
All right.
I know this
So,
pain.
welcome, Impun. I hope you're enjoying this. You have a couple more actual jobs coming up. We already discussed one, and hopefully that gets to happen soon.
Good.
Just know that it is connected to AV Club as well as a little extra thing. So that will be an entirely different thing when we actually get to do the podcast because we've had to skip a couple times due to time constraints. However, back to the world of Vilazia. You guys are being escorted into the castle. As you come in, you notice that you guys have. Let's just do a background little thing here. How many of you guys have actually seen a royal palace in your life?
Bronson has not.
Okay,
Let's
You-
be honest. The
I
only thing
might
he's
have.
seen is pictures.
Yeah, I know you. Well, no, you were raised by pirates, even though you didn't. Even
You
though
might
you
have-
don't.
You might have had like
Yeah.
a spyglass.
I
to see
probably
from a
seen
distance.
the outside of town.
Yeah.
I thought
Or
he,
a
bring me
painting.
in.
Yeah, or a painting or something
Yeah,
that they
I
stole.
thought he bring me in.
I'm a pirate.
Does a tiny one count?
Former pirate.
I
You don't
I'm
know
pretty
that
sure that
yet,
these do
actually.
not look
I'm
like
sorry.
theirs.
Watch the show
Like,
with
we're talking
people
about
that-
Stone Mansion, not Mushroom Mansion.
Man.
Well, the Fairy Kingdom, you know what
Does a
they.
tiny one count?
Well, yeah, because you're an Azazel and your best friend.
Okay, ghost.
Yeah, I know, right? It just constantly falls. It's fine.
But
I
think my
know what
character's
it looks
single.
like. I used to be in a mystery
Okay.
shopping group.
You probably
Oh no! Is there a whole bunch of Mithraxan mystery solvers?
Oh no.
We're a little bit of everything.
He's got a
the
terrible
multiverse.
brother who's like scrapper or
It's the
something.
multiverse of Scoobs.
They always
We
have me try
will
making traps.
get
I
to
suck
that.
at it.
Okay,
We will get
focus
to that
on
when
you,
we
I'm
get
sorry.
to the Mithraxan party. However, you have definitely seen the inside of many courts.
Yes, because I'm a renowned. Greek
Yeah, you
artist.
were a renowned
Before I had my fall.
before you had your fall from grace. You have definitely seen a royal court or two, as your best friend was the princess of the Azazen. She was your former best friend. You, well, as a pirate, did you raid stuff, or were you like quote unquote? There is no real ethical pirate, but a quote unquote ethical pirate, meaning that like you only Robin Hood your way through,
Mostly
Actually, that's
bandits. Steal from the bandits.
steal from the
Yeah.
bad, that
For
type of thing.
us.
Okay, so you're not really like you're like Robin Hood-esque bandit.
But we didn't really get to the
pirates.
core. We just kind of kept.
Yeah,
the
you
boss.
kept it. I'm not saying you were
No.
specifically Robin
The
Hood
most
style
maybe is from the place where I was born in the
in the sky.
That would be about it. If I ever did go there, I'm unsure.
They don't have a traditional castle there,
Yeah.
but
That'd
They-
be the closest thing to a court
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
all right. So you've probably seen a picture. Have you? You know what the Mithraxan court looks like, but it's very, very different because you guys just have one royal queen.
I mean, I might have seen like art that I take it from a bandit or something.
Maybe.
but that's about it.
So no for you.
Yeah.
Permanent no.
Or right
Yes
yes.
from you. Yes from you.
Mhm.
So 2 permanent yeses and a kind of yes because
Kind of.
you know what the queen's thing looked like, but it's a very different society.
Same with mine because like writings.
Yeah, and you two are
writings
kind of
and
the same
paintings,
thing
yeah.
where you've
Yeah.
maybe seen a picture.
Yeah.
You both have pirate stuff,
Yeah,
so there's a little bit of like maybe there.
a little bit. We get the gist of it, but not like the
So
full-
this goes for I need a refresher on everyone's names. Again, I know everyone just said them.
Bronson,
Amara.
William Beardshaker,
Bronson,
Bastion,
Bastion.
Scoob, Fishsticks, and Amara.
and Amara. Okay, I just needed everyone's like names again to. It's been two. It's been.
I've
two,
got you guys.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks, so
My
it's,
autistic brain
I
can
feel
take
like
this
close
memory.
to 3 because 2 weeks ago was 4th of July, which we canceled.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
been 3. See, it's even worse than I needed a refresher. I know I heard everyone say their shit, and I just wrapped. Okay, so William and Amara, you guys know what a royal court looks like, but this one is very chill. They don't have, you know how like normally royals have their seats like risen above.
Yeah.
They're just on the floor, like a normal.
Sitting full.
Yeah.
Low tables.
No. They still have like thrones, but they're not like big elaborate things. They're just kind of like chairs, like modest, but like high-end society chairs sitting on the floor at the end of the hallway. Kind of confusing to you since you've heard like how rich they are. You're kind of like a little thrown off by this. You coming from having a best friend in a royal court are like,
Can't she be my cousin? Why can't I be royalty too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be your cousin. We haven't discussed that yet, so she could be.
Possibility.
Maybe we don't know. We don't know.
That would
we don't
certainly
know
be
about your
another
parents.
reason for them
I'm
to.
a bust.
Yeah, we don't know about your parents, so
That would be another reason for them to want you
yeah, that's
excised.
that's one of your That's one of your
Who
personal
knows?
stories. So
By the way, what weapon is Amara wielding?
it's a ever-changing size axe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like switches out. It's like a trick weapon from Bloodborne.
Okay,
It's like
it gets bigger if you touch it.
yeah.
that is how most long-armed weapons work with people. Anyway,
So, you guys notice it. Fish sticks and Bastion. So again, it's gonna take me a minute. You guys noticed what you guys notice about the court is that it looks very different from the paintings you've seen. What you guys have seen are like gold ordainments and like these people like stuffy like the things, but like King Thalion is kind of just like sitting on the throne, just like kind of smiling. He's got like a little robe on. It's not like big fancy garments. To you guys, it's
So
fancy.
he's poor.
No, he's not poor. They're
I
literally
imagine-
so fucking batshit rich that they make Batman look poor.
I imagine just like a kind of a log chair.
They are-
and some
they are-
wooden tables, but nothing like too fancy.
why would he
Yeah.
wear his fancy stuff for just walking around?
Yeah,
This
he's
is his
just,
casual
well,
wear.
he's just got he's like in casual wear, but it's still kingly.
Yeah,
It's very. It is a bathrobe esque
already-
thing, but it's very
it's
like
not like silk.
Yeah.
embroidered with beads.
man's
It's
like,
just
yeah.
like
So
Hey.
he has a happy marriage.
yeah, absolutely. You see Queen Alara. and she is right next to him, and she's kind of wearing like what you would consider a ball gown, but not like poofy. She is literally renowned for how pretty and graceful she is. This is like a type of lady who like pirouettes while fighting. Like that, she's that kind of like super like athletic divine elf. They're just sitting there, and the prince is over in the corner, kind of like talking to some guards. He's
at the children's table.
Huh?
He's at the children's table.
No, he's talking. He's a teenager. He's talking to the guards and stuff, and he's just trying to figure out like what's going on because he's not allowed to stay in court while you guys are there, but you can see him off to the side. As far as Scoobert goes, this is the first time you've ever seen like gold used for like building. Normally, all you know gold is like humans use it to get food. That's what you know about gold. You don't really. You know that gold is in the ground. You've seen it. You guys have it. You don't use it. There's no use for you guys to use it. It's soft and brittle, and you don't find any value in it. So this is the first time you've ever seen that. But you know what a royal hall looks like. So as you get to the throne, you're going to like do a full ass like kneel to the ground, like because that's what you do to your queen. So that's what you would be inherently doing. You two, Amara and William, you guys can take whatever actions you claim as characters to the king and queen when you get there, whether that be a bow or a like a your grace or whatever. You guys can
Get
do
on
whatever
your
you
knees
want.
with me.
He's forcefully going to be forced into an interaction where he just like bows the fuck down to the point where it looks embarrassing for you guys. You two,
So he's gonna lay on the floor?
pretty much.
No,
He's weird.
No, I'm fully arched back. My butt's up in the air.
Down dog.
And as for you, you've never seen a court. You've never seen a court before. This is all new. This is like Care Bear stare in your eyes.
He is like he's rolling around looking, and he's like his head is turning completely around. He's looking around.
like an owl all the way around. Huh?
What'd you say we were doing?
No, when you guys approach you, when I say when you guys approach, I'm just giving you guys details of what's happening. You guys can do whatever you want because you don't have literally don't have respect for royalty. The Amara and William have kind of like an understanding of royal
My
courts.
character's always been very neutral, so I'd imagine kind of like a Geralt of Rivia
Like,
situation.
yeah, hi, cool.
Right, just kind of talking with the
Yeah,
normal people, but not like
William and Amara, they understand court. He's way too into it because that's how his people treat their royalty. As you guys approach, that's what happens. Scoobert, you are ass in the air, face down, bowing down to these people like they
doing down facing dog.
Yeah, like literally they created the earth you walk on. Like you are praising them. Let's say you see this first, so we can let everyone decide what they're gonna do.
Bronson he doesn't do a proper on his knees thing because wheels plus being on your knees. Like if you've ever tried to kneel while you're skating, no. So instead, what he's doing is he's, you know what?
You don't have to perform
I'm
it.
performing it. He's gonna be like this. He's like, hello there.
I imagine the thing from Bastion.
All right, Amara, what are you doing as you approach? Remember, you still are in human form. You have your hood on, right?
I don't bow.
You don't bow. Okay.
William Bearchicker offers a respectful bow and he kind of bows down to your grace.
Okay.
That's kicked out of court.
Fish sticks, what are you doing?
I'd probably see them bow and did play along with them.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah, because you're like a
nowhere near
neutral
as much.
good. You're like a neutral
Yeah,
good,
it's
so
like,
you do
okay,
whatever
we're
you. Yeah.
Gonna be nice to them because we don't know the royals
Okay.
That's
too
all basically all
well.
I was saying. I just
Yeah. And we know what Scoobert's doing.
My ass up is not air.
So King
Hopefully
Thalion,
it's behind.
you guys
In the north.
are doing all your thing. He noticed Amara not bowing, but he just looks at Ilaria and he's like, "What are these people bowing to?" And he like pulls out a donut from his little thing. He starts eating it, like just he's just like eating a donut. Like
a
casually
donut.
too, like just casually like eating a donut. This is
It's a
he's like relaxing. Like this has nothing
kind
to
of
do
like the
with
way
it.
I was speaking. To
So the guard comes up and he's like, Your Lord! He's like, calm down. What's happening? He's just like, they killed Thistle Spring. They murdered him, and I don't know. He's gone. There's no evidence, but these people were there. They killed him, and he murdered his family. I don't know what happened with this spring. He murdered his family. He murdered a whole bunch of guards.
Please, calm down.
He, like
We
this-
need to properly explain this because you've just made it sound 1,000 times worse than it needs to be.
There's,
he looks over at you guys, King Thalion, and he's just like, okay, relax. And he takes this gnome soldier and he like pats him on the back a little bit, and he's like, hey, why don't you go to the hot springs and take the day off? And he's like, I can jump to hot springs right now! And he like picks him up.
Yes, out the window.
No, he just hands him to another guard who's a dwarf, and he's like, can you please take this guard to the hot springs and maybe he'll relax? And he's just like tweaking out, like, they killed him! This will make me crazy! He killed his family! I saw them! They were chopped in! And then they close the door as they walk out of the court. And he just looks at you guys, he's like, okay, I haven't eaten breakfast yet. This is my breakfast. I want to relax. What the hell happened? Because if I just want to eat a donut in peace for once, maybe a day. Please.
Understandable. Who would like to go first?
I think you should all roll d20s just to maybe see who goes first, just in case.
Yeah, let's see.
My butt's so up in the
I was
air.
like,
Oh,
my dice got
I did it
ducked
on the-
but,
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, please roll inside your
Okay.
My
dice for
dice
the
got
sake.
ducked and I couldn't find it. Like, oh, it's right here.
Yep, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna roll
I got my
D100.
number. 17.
I got 9.
14.
14,
I got my lucky number.
9,
11.
17.
4. Alright, Fish Sticks, you're actually going to be the first one to talk to the king. King Thalion looks at you and he's like, Merfolk, sir, what is your name?
Excuse me, royalty. My name is Fish.
Don't do that ever again. I am in my pajamas in court eating a donut. I am not a royal here. This is... You caught a man in his underwear. Just tell me what's happening. What's your name? Fish Sticks, you said?
Yes, I'm Fish.
That's,
That's
I'm
a
not
Fortnite
going to
character.
say anything about that name. It seems racially motivated.
Yes, my apologies for,
Don't
Yes,
apologize about your name. I can only guarantee that you did not earn that was a given name and not a name you chose.
Yes, it was unfortunately given.
Okay.
Uh,
He takes a bite of his donut as a sprinkle just goes into his beard, and he just like looks vacantly into your soul.
Bronson is like,
well, you see, we've been brought here because of a little incident that happened at the academy.
You don't say.
Yeah, it was a weird experience. I've had the most bizarre day.
He kind of just like, yeah, bizarre.
Adventure.
He just looks over. Let's say, what did you have? An 11? You had a 14. Yours is next. So he looks over at you, Amara. He's like, "Ma'am, can you explain what has happened outside?"
Not really.
Okay, that's helpful.
yeah.
What is your name?
Amara. Where'd you get that donut?
There's a box from the bakery over there. Who got 11?
I love how all the newbies
And
have
he
the
just
donut.
looks at you and he's like, Mithraxan name? And he respects you enough to actually call you Mithraxan, by the way.
And my butt's so up in the air.
No, you're standing up now. Well, actually, you can still be bent down. He's like, can you stand up? You can
No.
look at me.
Okay, Your Highness.
You don't... Please stop. Again, underwear, donut, haven't eaten breakfast. I need you to just tell me what happened at the front gates, please.
I don't remember. I remember going downstairs.
You can roll for an anxiety attack.
Oh god.
What is that?
It would be a D20. You have to beat. Let's say because you're talking to royalty, let's up it to a 15.
Oh no.
I got 14.
Hold on. What's your perception?
+3.
You beat it.
The King Caesar starts.
Okay, so he notices you're a little panicky, and he's like, "Relax." He puts his arm on your shoulder. Explain what happened. What did you guys do?
We fought a man.
A man? Then what happened? It's weird because he wasn't a human. He was also a gnome.
I don't know. Speak to the robot.
Who had the? You had a what?
I had an 8.
9.
So it does go to Bronson. He's like, Warforged, you haven't been welcomed into the court for a very long time. I welcome you, but just we don't get many Warforges. Can you explain what happened?
Yes, I can. So there's this cult that frequently attacks the academy, right?
I mean, they have been known to like infiltrate the marketplace. They haven't been a concern. We've been able to hit them with rocks and they disappear. They're
Well,
not
that
very
didn't
strong.
work this time. We had just banded together under the ASV, and that's when they immediately were chasing down this woman, who we thought she was carrying a child, she was carrying a statue, but they had also turned, apparently, one of your own into some kind of towering abomination.
Towering? He was a gnome.
Well, he wasn't when he was attacking us. That's for sure.
He was a gnome.
He's not lying.
He is not lying.
Yeah, he was larger than you. Significantly.
Okay.
It was horrifying.
Okay.
And then when he died, he ended up, like, compressing himself into that large crystal that we had you hold. So that could be studied by your
That's
court
what that
mages.
is?
Yes. That's what's left of him. Which means your court mages could study that and figure out what the dickens is going on here.
Two things.
Charles
Don't
Dickens.
say Dickens in my court. Two, why did this happen before breakfast? And three, I need a coffee.
Sir.
And he snaps his finger, and like you see a little servant dude run in away.
My assumption is that evil simply doesn't sleep and wants to get you when your pants are down.
That was
Oh,
rude.
thanks. Great analogy. William Beardshaker,
Yes, Your Grace.
No, my
back into a court. You're just very, very, very lucky that I am not talking to those from Casadum right now.
Yes, Your Grace. Well, I am, as you know,
We know.
Yes, you know many things about me. My reputation does precede me.
Oh.
Let's not dwell on the past. Let us dwell on the current affair, and that is that at the Adventuring Academy, some force took control of one of your guards and began assaulting us and attacking the academy. And we don't really know. It is as if he was driven mad by a force, perhaps from the cultist we were describing.
Not so much.
Okay, and
Bronson has a bombastic side eye right towards
Mr.
him.
Little Selly Goblin, I assume that's a synthetic wing. What happened? Okay. Yeah, I get that. There's a lot of long stories here today. He gets a cup of coffee and he's just like the whole cup and just like a thing. He's
Is
just
it-
like, I need more.
Is it a tiny cup?
No, it's a regular
We're
cup,
talking-
and he just like the whole thing in one shot, like it was a shot glass, and he's just like
So-
he just hands it back with again eyes just dead piercing into the void.
You see,
Hands
sir,
it back to the guard and continue.
Five of us got off of the train, met at the academy, and getting our watches, yada yada yada. Next thing you know, the two barracks on the side, guards come out. One throws a firebomb at one of them, lights it on fire, and they look evil. Girls getting chased by a cultist with a knife. Another one comes out with a big axe and just breaks down the building, and that's what the guy we're talking about turns into that. And we beat him, and everyone went away.
Boring story.
Boring.
Okay. You have one guard who steps up, and he has sweat, and he's like, I saw Thistle Spring kill his family. I saw him. He killed his family before going to the left, the eastern side guard tower. And he was like just drenched in sweat. It looks like this dude has been running for like quite a bit.
He also chopped several other guards in half with the axe with one swing. So.
And so you see the king massaging his temples, and he's like, okay, so
We stopped them,
How-
and we were told to come here.
how the cult has never so do you any of you know, and I'm gonna have everyone roll a history thing here.
Ooh, I think it's one of my abilities. Yes, it
It
is.
should
I have
be.
history to that.
History is it's gonna be a d20 naturally. You're gonna have to the cult isn't well known, so let's just say it's an 8, a DC of 8. If you can beat an 8, I mean,
16 plus 3, 19 then.
Did you get a 1?
I got
Or
a 7. But I also have a plus 7 on history.
7. It can't be 7.
You have a +1 to history, right?
No, that's a
None
7.
of my
Can't be 7.
things are
No,
added on.
is that a negative one?
numbers,
Yeah,
so
Damn.
All right. Yeah, we
Yeah,
never.
you do have a +7 to your int.
How does he have a. Oh, int. That's int power.
Yeah, because he has a.
He has
thing.
such crazy intelligence.
Yeah.
He is big brain.
So we got that.
My
Plus your history. You already beat it,
Yeah,
so
it's
you don't have to
just
worry
neutral, I
about
would
it.
say.
like I
All
don't
right.
have any numbers on any of those things.
I got 19.
We gotta fix your sheets.
But I did roll an 11. So.
I think she
Okay.
said it was +0. So just
Not a
It's
cat,
fine.
but there's a cat.
So any which way, you guys kind of know about the Lost Void, the cults of the Lost Void. You guys know, like you've heard rumors around the cult of the Lost Void. I will, since history is one of your subjects, William.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you.
And I rolled a 16.
I'm gonna let you do a roll with advantage. So 16 and roll again. Just to, if you get a nat 20, you get unlock something special here.
I got a 6.
Damn. Okay.
Ooh, you suck.
Well,
I've seen a cat.
it's okay. I
You
saw
said
them run
advantage
away.
when it's another roll.
No, the 16 was the advantage.
Oh,
Right there.
So,
That's the other one.
you guys know that the cult of the Lost Void has been operating secretly out of places in Vilazia. You're not exactly sure where. No one exactly knows what their whole goal is. You guys know they like worship death or something. They're called the Lost Void because you guys like their god or being. It has been lost to time itself. Like you guys don't. No one worships it. We're not even sure if it exists. It's this eldritch like force. That's it. They usually have like mundane raids. They never really get to kill anyone because they're super weak. Again, you guys dispatch them super fast, and you saw when you kill them, they just dust everywhere. They don't exist.
Sir, they were also turning cats into slimes, illusions or something.
That was an illusionary spell, actually.
That is
They were
just-
turning small creatures in the
Go
area,
that way.
or making them look
You
like
can take a quick
monsters, so
bathroom
that
break.
way it would distract people.
This is our excuse for why we
The
attacked
chair's
cats.
still over there.
Cats were-
That wasn't an excuse. They were literally
Might-
using
they might
illusion
have.
magical
All right.
spells.
Real quick. Out of character, out of universe. She has to go to the bathroom. Could someone move that big chair right there?
Alrighty.
Just so-
Weasel on through.
Just so maybe she can squeeze. No, that way.
I know.
So this way it's easier.
But this also gives me an excuse to grab the other thing that I have
You just
on
put it
hand.
over there.
I will let you know what happens. You probably hear my voice in loud.
Cookies.
She's right behind me.
Okay.
M&M cookies.
The fact that all of us looked for her and
I
then
need
just
it.
to find her there.
I will be taking one of these.
Oh no, you're taking a cookie.
Homeboy's greedy.
Ken taking a cookie? That's unheard of.
That's greedy. Just taking one. Super greedy.
What type of cookies?
It's Eminem.
Oh.
Marshall Mathers?
And my fat ass one.
All right. She's going to the bathroom, but she'll be back. We'll just update her on what's going on. So that's kind of what you guys know about the cult of the Lost Void. You don't really know that much. None of you rolled high enough to
I
get
got
secret.
18. I never told him my number.
Oh
Me
yeah.
either. I got a 7.
I got 18.
The hell is with these two rolling one above or one below each other?
Because
It
we're
has
best friends.
consistently happened. Have you guys noticed
I
this?
also have. Let's see. I rolled a 7 and I got a
Whoa.
7, so that's
Sorry,
14.
I lied.
Yeah.
I got +1, so I got 19.
Oh yeah.
I have an
got mine
11,
first,
but I
got
don't have a plus
16.
anything.
Yours -1, yeah. It's fine. No, what is it's intellect, so it's whatever your intellect buff is.
Wait, what?
Intelligence?
Yeah.
0.
So it's nothing.
I was right.
Yeah, but none of these other marks have anything on them.
Wait.
Yeah, it's still in.
So we're
It's
not doing
their little
history?
thing is next to it.
No, yeah, it's still history.
Oh.
History's
Yeah.
intelligence.
History is an intelligent thing. Remember, you can take classes and study at ASV. You guys can take that at any time, and you will get a permanent buff to your thing if you pass enough of the like little side games we have, right?
I'm just going to buff all my stats to 20.
You would never be able to adventure.
Now, Bronson has some very specific goals that he's going to be using.
Remember, there's one at every town, so you don't have to stress about whether you have to go back to another kingdom. There's one outside of every town.
This is just the main one.
It's just the biggest main one. They all teach the same things, and if they don't teach a thing there, they have a portal there, so teachers can go back and forth and teach you. Again, it's like a free YMCA learning annex.
Yes.
YMCA.
Anyway, that's all you guys know about the cult. So, back to the king. He's like, the cult has never been this brave before, but I think maybe if you guys are up for it, could you head to the Free States and warn them about how brazen the cult is getting? There will be, some goal here for you. As in, I will make sure that certain parties and others know of this deed, as well as some gold to the side and some free coupons for the marketplace. These coupons can be used and redeemed. You guys, again, out of universe talk here, you guys know of these infamous coupons, the royal coupons. These can be redeemed at any store in the plaza. They're good for one purchase and one purchase only, under 1,000 gold.
1 arrow.
No, specialty
If
arrows.
you spend money on a singular arrow.
Arrows are sold in packs normally, and they are usually sold by effect.
Yeah.
However, back to the king.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, are you guys okay with taking this on?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Indubitably.
Do you, sir, do you have any people here that can work with special equipment? As in, like my motorcycle thing?
A sky cycle?
Sky cycle? Know of anybody?
Check the smithies in town. The guy comes back with another cup of coffee, and he's now sipping this one. And he's like, I need to go talk to the other court. My wife will be here to answer any questions you guys have. And he looks over and he's like, honey, I need help. And she's like, I heard, go. And she walks over to you, and she's very elegant. She has her hands crossed a thing. She looks at you guys, and she extends a hand to just greet you, like a normal elven greeting. This is not trying to shake your hand. It's just a gesture. Hi. And she's like, I know my husband has had a rough morning. He's not normally like this. He's usually full of joy. Can I help you guys with anything? You mentioned the sky cycle. He's right. Go to the marketplace to talk to smithies. There's got to be a smithy in town who deals with engineering. We have a couple cellar goblins that have set up near the old church.
Church?
There was, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That you need to
Need to find somebody who's.
You just 100%. To be fair here, because I forgot, they don't know that you're a warlock, right? Your spells are still disguised and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
you got. You're using fire.
I used fire once, but
But it's just fire. A wizard
Like-
can cast fire.
Yeah.
They don't know. Okay. So you guys
Like,
again,
Scoobert-
headcanon. You don't know that Scoobert's a warlock.
Yeah. Like in
Who's your patron?
Bronson's own mental notes, he just knows
He's a magic user.
strong and magical and fire-based attacks.
Okay.
He does not know the source.
Yeah. So you need to find a church so you can pray. And people
What does he
think
have
it's just
written
normal.
about William Beardshaker?
Insufferable.
that
Uh,
that script writer.
So
I'm not
she
interrupting any further.
she looks
I'm waiting till
over
after.
at Fish Sticks, and she's like, there is a ranger school, a ranger guild, out towards the farmlands.
Mhm.
You can speak to them. They'll probably help you replace that weapon and get it fixed. So
Lord knows I need it, so I appreciate the info.
William Beardshaker, she's like ignoring you. She like sees that you're there, but she's ignoring
You
you.
don't want to deal with me.
It's okay. So it's like when you see someone in public that you're cordial with, but you have nothing to say to them. But you very much know that if you go, so like if you're grocery shopping and they're in that aisle, but you need like tomato sauce and they're looking at tomato sauce, you know that if you go down that aisle, they're gonna talk to you, and you have nothing to say to them. But you're not trying to be mean. You
Like
just
a urinal
literally,
situation.
yeah, you literally have nothing to say to this person. And that's the situation she's dealing with, looking at you, and she just overlooks you. And she goes to Scoobert, and she's like, you perked up about a church. Are you a cleric? Scoobert. And she said, you perked up when you heard church. Are you a cleric? If you need to go to a church, there's several within the holding. You just ask, and they'll point you towards the deity you serve. We're gonna wait for Amara to get back. And she looks over at you. She says, Warforge, Bronson, was it?
Indeed.
Don't get many of you around here. I don't know how many shops will be accepting. We try our best here to be welcomed, but on you should know how harsh it is. The Mithraxan over here, he probably can tell you some horror stories of how it feels to be treated as such, and we try to welcome them with open arms as well.
I have been told a great deal about that. I'm more concerned about trying to maintain and repair the ones I was able to salvage, and
yeah, smithies. There's got to be some cellar goblins. There's got to be some engineers in town that will be able to help you. If that doesn't work, I know that the elven the elven city of Silverwood isn't too far. You can take the train. They have a whole Warforged thing. Where I come from, they have a whole Warforged people. They're made out of wood, but they still use the same magical materials. I asked you if you wanted me to put this out here for you. And she tells you that if you ever are in Silverwood, definitely look for the Warforged people. They can help you. They may be made out of wood, but they have the same magic and same mechanics that you are made of.
Good to know.
They may not be using a lot of metal, but they can help you.
Material is the least of my concerns. It's more about repairing and bringing my friends back. I have their
And
cause.
they can do that.
What happened to the cookies?
They should be right here.
Here.
I know. I was
Yeah,
like,
take one before everybody else takes one.
Tons of fun had too.
Thank you.
The main reason that I am out here is my creator has gone missing, and I'm trying to find them. They owned a location that was built in the sacred sites.
Oh no!
Far from here. Yes, I
That's
am aware of how bad that is. I don't know where they are, if they're even alive. I'm a little panicked, I will admit.
So if you're looking for a wizard, the Mages Guild would be a great place to start. So she calmly she explains that to you, and then she just calmly turns and she sees Amara, and she's like, she whispers towards you, right? And she's like, I know what you are. I know who you are. No, nothing. I just wanted you to know that if you need time to rest, there is an Azazen shelter nearby. You guys don't hear that.
I was gonna say.
None of you hear that. She's like whispering to Amara. There is an Azazen hollow nearby if need be. Even if you were kicked out of a kingdom, to feel more home, there is a place to visit in town. You're talking to the queen, by the way. The king kind of walked away to talk to other court because he is not having a good morning. He's 2 cups of coffee deep and he still hasn't woken up. But she like pats you on the shoulder and says, "Nice disguise." And then she turns towards William Beardshaker. Oh, do you have anything to say to her after that, or anything? That's just the queen.
Thank
you. Okay. And so she turns to William Beardshaker and she says, "I guess this is inevitable. I have to say, William, was it completely necessary to cast a full cast of Tabaxi in a musical? Was it completely necessary to have an entire person on staff
Was
to
that
cover
out
to cover up their buttholes?"
loud? Was that out loud?
Yes, she's mad at him.
Oh, good. Somebody else said it. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
So, for the uninitiated,
Good
who
heavens!
here at the table out of character again knows what a
I
tabaxi
know what a
is?
tabaxi is. That's why I'm laughing my ass off.
Raise your hand.
I probably will.
No,
I read
not
books on
in
it.
character, not in character. In
Oh,
real life.
In real life, I know what a tabaxi
Yes,
is. They're a
do
cat
Do you know what a
person.
tabaxi is? Do you know what a tabaxi? Kind of. A tabaxi is a cat person in D&D.
Oh.
They are Khajiit, so they are cat people. Does anyone get what I'm saying?
Yes,
He
that's
wrote
why I'm
a
laughing.
musical
Yeah.
about
Human
tabaxi,
cats.
and he had an entire person to take the special effects of their buttholes out.
I hate you.
You need help.
Well, that in retrospect,
In retrospect.
that was not my finest play,
You don't say.
but it was part of my history as an author, and I would not erase it.
Did you have a
Deserve
good
litter.
play?
Yes, he did. Many
Yes,
very
I
nice
writing
plays.
down.
for that.
It is-
Elflet and McDwarf were all great.
Yeah,
Success.
they, yeah.
Elflet and
My
McDwarf.
creator actually enjoyed Arcana Boogaloo.
Your creator was a good man. He saw his envision.
I love how you're
Other
sticking
men could
by.
not.
I love how you're sticking by. Like, just be like that movie. That movie. Sorry,
That
that play performance was bad to everyone else, but is like a dream project of
We
yours.
used that one as a book.
Elflet to Arcana Boogaloo. I was trying to enter a new experimental territory in which I would advance the theatrical medium, you see. And I'm glad your creator understood that. I'm glad someone saw my vision other than me, and that makes me happy. Your
Most of
creator
your
was
books
clearly
were
a
used
wise
as coasters
man.
on my ship.
I know the camera can't see this, but the glare.
Okay, that is the kind of glare that can deal
that-
at least a D4.
Is that?
Okay,
is-
that is just at least a D4 of damage.
Just like
I'm not do that. Is that in character glare?
Bronson's doing nothing. He's
This
just listening
food
to
is
this. It's
now
like,
a part of this.
Have you
Yeah.
seen one of my plays?
I'm eating blood.
We used it as a
I'm
coaster on
eating
my
blood
ship.
cake. All right.
I
So
actually know a good blood bread recipe.
you see that the queen pulls out. She like has a little like thing. She pulls out and like she has coupons. Gives each one of you a coupon. Again, can be redeemed at any place.
Yeah.
She's like, this will be like a down payment on the adventure if you all accept to just go tell the Free States about the cult of the Free Voids activity. Mostly because they don't have guards. They're not like a defense. They're a city state that don't have an army. We are looking out for an ally.
Oh, so we're doing the reverse of Riverwood and Skyrim.
Yeah. They are our very close ally. They're very good people. They're very accepting. We welcome them with open arms as well. But they like to stay independent, and we respect that. But they just don't have any defenses. So if you could please do this, it's very important to get there. Let them know. It is not major. The cult never attacks day by day. They usually happens very infrequently, but never back to back. So you have at least 24 hours to get there. At the bare minimum. Again, they've never... you have 48 hours to get there, sorry. They never attack back to back.
On that note, we did take out what was probably a very long-winded, planned attack. We ended up ruining that, which means they probably are still recuperating. And it would probably take more than
It could, but just to be fair,
Yes.
there is a 48-hour window on this.
And what do we do with this crystal?
I assume that stays here so it can be studied by the court mages to figure out what the heck it is.
Or we could sell it.
No!
We're not selling it.
I'm
I
not
mean,
selling a
it's-
dangerous artifact that's the size of a human torso.
I agree
We
with the
could
robot.
sell it, and then I could use it to finance my next play.
No.
Do you think I want
mean
any
next
part
poster?
in, like...
Wouldn't you love to become a theatrical funder? What's the term? Patron. Fund the arts that could be profitable.
Okay.
Do I look like a performer to you?
Oh, my next.
I said
my
you're
next
a
ass
funder,
white toilet
a
paper.
patron, not a performer.
Do I look like an investor to you?
He says with his top hat
Yes, you
and
do have
his
a top hat
mustache.
and a mustache. That is very investorial goods.
Anyway, let's
Come on.
do the
Miss
thing.
Queen, what would you want us to do with this?
No!
She snaps her fingers, and there's a cone of silence, which means none of you can talk.
They just don't see my vision.
She
I hate William Beard.
she then keeps you guys quiet but allows herself to talk, and she states that she is willing to give you guys these coupons because she knows you can at least get something to help for the adventure ahead. However, if this adventuring party does not get there on time, you will have your items that you buy with these coupons revoked, and if you don't use the coupon, it will be completely revoked. Again, you can only use this coupon within the city. That's out of character, but and she snaps her fingers and the cone of silence is gone, and
Vision.
she states to William Beardshaker that for that miserable tabaxi play, she will not award you any money at the end of this quest. However, she will take the money that she was going to pay you and pay off part of your debt and as part of this deal. Meaning that you
Most
could
races.
you could walk around the kingdom without
Getting
getting
rolls and shit.
into dice rolls here.
Yeah.
So that'll be your benefit at the end of this.
Okay.
However,
Even pay off the debts.
However,
How much do
you can ask that in character if you want to.
Bronson is like mumbling that. It's like, how much do you owe people? What?
Probably uses all his money for stupid plays.
Well, you see, not only did the Tabaxi Wars or whatever it's called not make a ton of money, I may have went over budget in the production. I may have gotten a bit too excited, a bit too grandiose in my vision, and may have hired hundreds of extras and massive sets, and a trebuchet was involved.
I just want to see the musical Cats with a trebuchet.
That's the name that you came up with?
Tabaxi Wars.
I hate you.
And then they throw the cat with the trebuchet.
They're just like, this one has AIDS.
Okay, it is the glorious saga of the great Tabaxi King. That's what it was called.
Was it a musical?
Yes.
Yeah, that we
I
established.
hate you more.
We established that it's basically Cats the musical, but with
I mean,
actual.
In this era,
human
it's
cats.
probably more like an opera, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be an opera. It doesn't matter.
I wrote a
But-
libretto for it.
Yeah, libretto.
Yeah, libretto looks
I know. That's great. So she promises you debt would be paid here in the city. Not everywhere, but here at least you don't have to worry about your debtors. She then tells you guys to basically she loves the company, but it is early in the morning. She still hasn't done her hair or gotten dressed. Can you leave?
Okay. All right, everyone, let's go.
She's just like,
Yeah.
please leave my house.
All right. And he's just like, he's trying to usher people out. It's like, come on, let's go then. We've got work to do, everybody.
So as you guys go out,
He's not pushing Amara. I assume that she's just like, she wants out of this place.
I'm eating.
So as you guys are outside, here are the districts again. So we will go over them again. There is the Royal District, which is the main headquarters where the king and queen and the prince live. There is the noble quarters. That is where the higher of society lives. usually this isn't like these also have like high-end boutiques and stuff like that, so there's like very high-end magical societies over here. This is where you'll find like some of the higher end craftsmanship and stuff like that. They're like artsy fartsy stuff, so it's not very practical thing. So this isn't where you'd go for your motorcycle repair,
He would
your
go
sky
there.
cycle. But this is like a very artsy fartsy area. Yes, these used to be your people. I would not enter there right now.
You're gonna get
As of every 2 steps, I'd need you to roll a d20 with an increase on the DC every step.
But mine.
every 2 steps.
Yeah, it'd be
William
a little
Beardchick is like,
insane. And it's
the people
only
there, you know,
it-
they
it's only due
We're
to
a
the
little bit
fact that
odds.
it's mostly nobles that are pissed at you. The lower end people can't force you to give them their money back. They're still just mad at you, but they won't care. And as time goes on, I want people to know that his reputation will get better, hopefully.
Probably not.
unless I
Well-
fuck it up.
Unless you fuck it up.
Even over your
Okay,
house.
so beyond the noble quarters, down below that, there's the merchant quarters. Again, this is where you just find some regular merchants. You'll find local people, high-end people. There's essentially some kind of like a Vilazian Walmart. They exist. They're really bad for like the whole society, but people keep going there anyway.
Georgia Cola.
Yeah, exactly. There's Temple Row. That's where you'll find most of the religious places. It's mostly just due to like deities and religious events and stuff like that. Like the church throws like every night the church has like a dinner for like people who are down on their luck and stuff like that. They do like all this type of generous stuff. You have the arcane quarters, which is where she was telling you about. Like they could be able to help you there find him. Not really with war forges to repair in the city, but if you ever get to Silverwood, there's probably
I think
some.
we had there at some point too. Silverwood, they might have something there for this guy.
They're very good at Magitech, so there is a very high chance that they will be able to help you with the thing. But there might be cellar goblins in the Artisan Alley, which is our next area. Artisan Alley, nestled between the Merchant Districts and Arcane District, is Artisan Alley. This is where craftsmen and artisans ply their trades. Blacksmiths, jewelers, alchemists, and craftsmen of all kind can be found here, honing their skills and producing exquisite artistry and crafts with their craftsmanship. There's the University District. This is where you'll find the arcane academies, mostly like guilds and stuff. They're just kind of like in that area. They're general teaching, general like. These are pay-for places, though. You have to pay to be in guilds. That's kind of how guilds technically work. You don't just join and that's it. Guilds usually have a fee. So in here, they can help you get your skills faster than ASV, but there is a monetary price to this. Yeah. They're super helpful, ran by great people. There's a few more here. There's the Riverfront District. That's where the merfolk is most likely to be found, so maybe you can find some information about your skin color or your stripes and maybe connect to where your parents are or if they're alive or who they were, because you know that your markings and your skin has something to do with it. You're a deep merfolk and there's not many of them, so there has to be someone with some kind of information. There's Greenwood Heights. Greenwood Heights is a neighborhood that's just imagine a medieval cul-de-sac. That's what Greenwood is. Greenwood Heights is literally just they have like cottages with thatch roofs, but they look like suburban 80s house.
I feel like a lot of Ralphs from Ed, Edd and Eddy would live there. Medieval times.
And now there's also in between the cities, like districts and stuff. There's little shadowed alleyways. These are where some back deals are done. They're not exactly super legal, but they can be helpful. No one's ever like super hurt there. There are smugglers and there's people that that would be you don't agree with them, but you were raised by people like this, so unfortunately you were a pirate. True.
I would understand what's
you
going
would understand
on.
what's going
Doesn't
on.
mean I take place in it.
he was raised by the people, unfortunately. He's also a neutral good character, which is like complete polar opposite to most pirates.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for him to be like,
I'm
oh,
just
okay.
lawful
Yep.
neutral. I'm just
Yeah.
whatever.
So those are the areas. Again, you guys can go free. The Azazen Hollow area, the little hollow peak, that will be in the Arcane area. If you do, you are welcome there because this is not Azazen Hollow. This is a refugee in the city camp. It really is, but it's hidden.
It's like Chinatown versus China.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a little more secretive. Like it's off to the side and people don't really know because Azazen are only like 2 inches tall at the tallest. So you guys can hide. They literally are. You guys can literally hide in most places and most people won't know you. But here's the thing: you cannot tell them about it. You cannot tell other people about where this area is. That's why she whispered to you.
Tell us about what? I completely spaced out there.
I
What?
don't like them anyway.
There's Gargamel.
Gargamel? Where? What's a Gargamel?
So, again,
Gargamel and these nuts.
so
That's why I don't
you
like
would have to visit
That was out of character.
the Arcane Quarter at some point because that's where you'll find some information. You would definitely have to visit the riverfront. You would have to visit the Temple District. You're going to have to visit Artisan Alley as well as you to try and look and make sure maybe there's an engineer there.
Sir, I have a suggestion, everyone.
Split gang.
Everybody choose a battle buddy.
There are-
Because if we're all on our own, and there's some random mugger who decides to show up,
I want the one that can mug people.
I'm
I'm
going with the
taking
robot.
fish stick.
he doesn't mug though. He's against it.
I'm
But
going with
he
the
was
robot 'cause we're
going
the same
up
area
towards
anyway.
it. So he
exactly.
There's
you and I,
well, you can also
can
go with
you and I
Amara,
stick together. If you
because
try
she's
ripping
gotta
off one
go
of my arms again,
the
I will
magic
rip
area,
off your
which is
wings.
next to the temple.
I'm just going to look and see how you work.
So you can do that.
Improve my own craft. I'm not gonna destroy you.
And you two
I might
going.
drink your blood, though.
You don't really have a
I'm a beetle.
big mission here,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but
Oh, you're really
you could go with fish sticks to the university and riverfront area. Maybe you can find a library.
Yeah, let's do that.
Areas like that.
And then Amara. Yep.
You pick Amara.
I'll go with the model.
She exudes confidence, and that will help you.
She
If somebody
exudes
causes trouble,
Hide behind her.
I put my
if
head
somebody
in the
causes
ground.
trouble, she will deal with them.
My head's in
Yeah,
the ground.
his
already.
head is
But
in the
you're
ground
above.
while she puts their head in the ground.
Do you look like a doze? An
Okay.
hostage?
So I need group one. Who's your buddy? Okay, you two. Let's start off with you two real quick. You guys are going to go to the Artisan Alley. I'm going to roll. I got a 12.
Really quick, can we hold hands?
If you want to.
We skip.
I got a 12. So you guys, I want you guys to roll a d20, and you're going to use your perception. What is perception under again? What?
Yeah,
what
it
stat is that?
is
Wisdom.
wisdom. Yep. So I got a 5 plus my
4,
Yep. So that's a 9.
9. Okay, you don't notice anything, which is kind of
9 plus 2 is 11.
11. No, it's just these two.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys
We're not up yet.
aren't really seeing anything. You don't see any cellar goblins. You're not seeing any like Magitech people that are like specifically Warforged or Goleming or anything like that. And okay, so
It's
you
probably
guys
just
can
something.
approach. Let me roll this. There's 3 stores. There's 3 storefronts that look interesting to you. One, you see an elf out front. He's definitely not an owner or a worker. He is a patron. He's looking at stuff. He pulls out like this giant lever thing, and he's like, no, and he puts that back. The next one across from that, there's a lady who kind of looks like your traditional like crazy cat lady, and she has like all pots and pans behind her, as well as like in front of her, just like a big jar of just nuts and bolts.
Could use
Very,
that for spare
Very
parts.
weird. And the one like way at the end, kind of ignoring all the other ones that are like, oh yeah, that guy does like this repair, or that guy does suit repair, that guy makes weapons. You guys don't need them right now. Way at the end, you see like this really big like dwarf who has like muscles that are way too big. He looks like he has no neck anymore, and he's just like hammering away like this at a piece of metal. You can't see what he's working on. He has his back turned to you.
Can we say he looks like Joe Rogan?
No.
No.
This dude looks closer to Big Ed if he worked out.
It's like Joe Rogan and Big Ed combined.
Yeah,
I really
I guess.
want it to be Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan
Looks
and
like
Big Ed
Rogan.
though. So like he's just like, "Grr, grr." You can see him in the distance banging on some metal. You don't really know again what it is. You guys rolled under, so I'm not giving you too much information.
I'm gonna go there.
I
You're
want
gonna
a
go to the
campaign where
dude.
Joe Rogan
Do you
shows up.
have one that you want to visit real quick? There's
I
one
was
of three.
joking. I was honestly thinking the
You-
the lovely lady over there with
Okay,
all the pots and
You
pans.
can roll up to her.
Literally.
Oh, yep. Roll up to her. She rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter what you do. And he rolled a 9. So, you need to roll higher than a 10, I'm gonna say, because it is a 9. So let's just roll a d20 to get his attention. This is just a flat.
No.
Rolled a 2.
Oh god. He just ignores you and keeps banging away. What do you want to do? Like, he doesn't notice your presence. If you touch him.
No, no.
Do it.
Do
I
you
see
really
bears
want-
around?
Okay, I'm
You
going
see
to tell
any
you
what?
this right
Bears?
now.
Where's
The last
any-
thing you want to
weapons
do
or anything?
when somebody's like in their flow state is to scream in their
So as he's banging away, you kind of see that he has like a
That'd be a
traditional
little
forge
fucking
in the background.
annoying.
This looks like a dude who's been forging for a very long time. This guy looks like he's old school. No real magitech going on here, but like sturdy equipment. You can see very like strong replacement hilts and stuff like that. There's like very strong
So the
things.
reason I came here was for the special ammo, which I don't think he's gonna have, or a better cutlass.
Okay. So, what do you want to do?
What do I see? Like any way to get his attention? Do I like see anything important around?
I mean, you could just ask him. Maybe he'll hear you.
Is he around anything dangerous?
No, he's just banging on the. Well, technically, yeah. He's surrounded by heat and metal and a hammer. Where
Can
he's
I take
banging.
my not loaded
Yeah.
flintlock and like bang against the metal to make some noise?
Yeah,
His
and
attention?
he looks over and he's just like, "Oh, little thing, I didn't see you there. you are so small."
Compared to you, yes.
Yes. And then he like grabs the hammer, puts it down. Kind of like he doesn't even like. It's still red hot,
Yeah.
and he just lays his hands on it. He pushes it off the thing. He's like, "Yeah, little tiny boy, what do you want? Did your mama give you coin?"
No, sir. I actually came to buy, procure some weapons. I showed him my
Weapon? That is not weapon. And he grabs it, and he's like, "Look at little thing," and it shoots off into his hand.
I said unloaded.
The other one.
Oh.
It shoots off while he's shaking it into his hand, and the bullet just kind of ricochets back down to the ground. And he's
You are
like,
made of
"Ha ha! Very fun! It
You
goes
are-
pop!"
you
And he
are-
throws it back to
You're
you.
made of something very tough. Do you have anything I could use to get a better weapon?
Weapon! Yes, I sell many weapon. Big, strong weapon. He like lifts his hand up into like almost like a dark veil, and he like pulls down this giant fucking club, and he lays it in front of you. He's like, "Try out, little man. So good." This thing
My
weighs.
strength is plus
This
20.
this thing weighs so goddamn much. It makes Guts' giant bastard blade look a little small. It is a giant rod of iron. Just
That's too big.
pure rock. He's like, "What? No, look!" And he picks this thing up and he swings it with effortless like charm. And he's just like, "It is good weapon!" Bang! Goes
Yes,
bad
but
guys.
I-
They disappear like dust.
I'm usually looking for something a little more.
Toothpick!
No,
You want a toothpick? And he reaches up and he comes out and he brings down like a little it's not quite a rapier, but it's not quite a straight sword. It's glistening, it's silver, and he's like, "I beat this off chump who tried to steal from me, but he was no good at fighting. You're standing on splat!
I see that.
And you look down, and below you is just like a brownish, like, this is years old, but you can definitely tell something bad happened in this exact spot. And he's just like, he tried to steal from me. That's why I make big metal arm. Boom! Splat like dust. And he gives you this. He's like, this is toothpick. Used it couple times, meat really tough in teeth.
Thank you, I guess.
He hands it to you. This would be a +1 normal style sword. No real magic to it. He didn't make this. But it's glistening. It's very shiny.
Still about a
Very, very shiny.
What do I owe you?
I want to emphasize that it's shiny.
What do I owe you?
He's just like, oh, this is fine. 800 gold. It's very, very shiny. It's a fancy toothpick.
Pull out the old...
The coupon. Oh, royal coupon. These are so good. Every time, get batch of donuts with.
There you go.
I like donuts. Do you like donuts?
Donuts are pretty good. I met the king today. He was eating a donut. He also had
He
donuts.
took all the donuts. I love him. He took all donuts this morning.
Yeah, you'll get some next time. I'll see you around.
And he just like turns around. He's like, okay, and he just goes back to. He picks up that hot fucking thing and just smashes it again.
Interesting character. I'm gonna go up to see what she
Can his name be Arnie, please?
Honestly, I wrote him down as DORF.
Dwarf.
He is Big Dwarf.
Like long dwarf.
Maybe Big is his first name. So,
So you go and see the cat pissed looking soaked lady.
And I'm just gonna, like,
As you approach her, let's see. She rolled a 1, so she rolled a 2 on the second one. She is not doing great. She's disheveled. You don't have normal smell, but you can picture how she smells. Kind of rancid. A little like soured vinegar.
do you like about the sword, by the way?
William, do you want to add a +1 shiny cutlass, shiny
Straight sword?
to his inventory?
name it the toothpick.
It is the toothpick.
Yeah.
That's what he called it. And on the blade, it's still shiny, but like there's little tiny bits of meat that are dried onto
Does it
it.
do more damage than my current cutlass?
Huh?
Does it do more damage than my current cutlass?
It's a +1, so whatever damage you do, it would automatically do +1.
Yeah, it's an upgrade.
Usually, just so you know, I want you guys to know that in classic D&D, a +1 was an endgame weapon.
Damn.
That's how far we've come.
Yeah.
Okay. Any which way. So you get to this lady. She's like, "Hi, you want pots pens?"
Possibly. I was trying to see what kind of inventory you had first.
By the way, I just want you guys to know that not everyone in Artisan Alley is this fucking crazy. You guys just underrolled, so the fact that you're getting weird people is the fact that you guys got like.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my plastic shovel, plastic straw having ass world, and dudes talking about pork chops in the fucking jungle.
At least mine was funny and nice to me.
Oh, they're all nice. They're just a little. You guys got the little off
Yeah,
ones.
the quirky ones.
Yeah, quirky. That's a word.
Mine was still funny though.
And she's like, "You want pots, pens? Yes."
I was considering it. My group are going on a journey, and I want to make sure that we have proper kitchenware.
She like pulls up 2 pans. She's like shaking constantly, almost like she's like anemic, and she's like, "Nyeh." And she puts it down. She's like, that pot, real good pot, 20 gold, good pot. You notice that like it's old, it's like a little rusted. She's like, good pot though, good pot. It's not a pot, it's a saucepan.
That's a
What if it's a
saucepan,
colander?
ma'am.
Would have been funny if it was a colander.
No, pot. A good pot. It's good pot. I throw in other pot, and then she picks out an actual pot, throws in the pot. This pot's a little better.
Man, if you even smoking pot.
It's a 9. So because it's a D10, it's almost like new. It's a shiny. It's an actual cooking pot. This one, and she's like, I throw in together, just 20 gold. 20 gold. Give me 20 gold.
Sounds like she's.
I need to feed my cats.
She said, "Give me 20."
Give me 20 gold.
Getting robbed by a lady. I need to
For
be like
used
that.
pots.
Give me 20 gold.
For used pots, mind you.
The one probably has cat piss on it.
We could have cat piss soup.
It's not a pot. It's an actual saucepan, and
We could
for
have
some
cat
reason she's
piss
like,
sauce.
I'm getting pissed off by you.
"Do you have 20 gold?"
I was checking. It
Spend
was-
the royal coupon on this fucking shit.
I'm
No,
not.
no,
I
no,
am not
no.
spending a royal coupon on
No,
this.
he got an 800 gold sword for it.
You need
Anything
I
five-
think
that's
that's a pretty
under,
good deal.
anything
I
that's
have-
under 1,000, you can use it on.
Unfortunately, I only have 8 gold pieces.
What? No, eat stupid robot. You can't even eat. You don't want pan, and she takes the pan, throws them behind her. They don't even go on the shelf. They just slam on the
I
ground.
have companions who do.
And so she like grabs a whole bunch of the nuts and bolts, and you find out what they're for. She throws them at you. And she's like, "Get out! Get out!"
Oh, okay.
I'm just watching this happen.
Yeah, you're like
Ow.
coming back while he's like, fuck, god damn lady,
Oh.
get out, poor robot, god damn Warforged taking our job.
You hear it in the background?
She throws one last thing at you of nuts and bolts. They're all over the ground. You can magnet them if you want
You
them.
need that?
He's doing that.
Okay.
He's,
Oh,
he's-
random guy comes up.
Let's add. You can add mixed
Yeah.
nuts and bolts to your
Blood
inventory.
pouring
Do like
Keep cracking.
quarter of a pound, or whatever. We're just gonna measure it out by weight. No,
Yeah.
let's do like a full pound. Why not? Let's
That's
just make it.
hilarious.
Do 1 pound of.
She threw a lot of fucking nuts and bolts.
she's like double
Yeah.
fisting them, just throwing them at him. That's why she has it. 'Cause she's
It's her
fucking
weapon.
crazy.
It's her weapon.
The guy behind you, the
We should try to recruit her into our party. Her attacking me, throwing the shit at him.
No!
Madam, we'd like to join our party.
No!
Honestly,
You're not even
I'd rather
there.
the big guy.
But I
But-
want her to join our party. It'd be great.
I'd rather the big guy.
The guy behind you, he's like, yeah, you should have been put off by the fact that she's fucking nuts.
And
And bolts.
does he take any damage for that?
No, Bronson would probably be
yeah,
okay with
he's like he was ready.
that. And he's just like, what do you need?
Honestly, I was trying to just window shop for any sort of supplies that could help us on our journey. My group is getting together. and-
Where are you traveling to?
Free states.
The Free States.
The Confederacy of Free States?
Yep. We need to
Okay,
bring a message over to them. Start.
I mean, are you going by train or by foot? Because if you're going by foot, you might need a tent. I can sell you a tent. Very good tent.
All right. How much would that tent be?
Well, the tent is a magically infused tent that it has 4 rooms and a full crafting center. It can fit within a normal backpack, and I'm going to let you have it since that was very funny, and I'm sorry. But you approached the piss-soaked lady and asked her for a pot and pan, which this has a cooking center in it, a little cooking area. I'm gonna say 1,000 gold. If you can offer me 1,000 gold for this, you can have it.
Would a royal coupon work?
He just whips that out of your hand. He takes a backpack and gives you it and says, "Please leave."
Thank you and take care.
I thought they were worth up to 1,000.
So you can put
Yeah, that's how much.
if you want to, you can literally just write TARDIS tent so I don't forget.
Yeah.
It has 4 rooms. It has 1 sleeping room, a living space. This is so in case you guys
It's
ever
like a
have to
mobile
walk.
freaking home in
It
your
is.
backpack. Yeah.
That's
It
actually
is-
pretty useful,
it
especially
is
for me and
super
him, because crafting and
It's
stuff.
super useful. It has a small crafting center.
It's still better than nothing.
not big.
No, but like I can maybe craft like some.
He can
smoke
maybe
bombs or
he
something,
can make
whatever.
some potions, and you could probably make some lower end smoke bombs, stuff like that.
some
Nothing-
utility stuff.
nothing
No, maybe like
super
a pipe
big.
bomb or a Molotov.
There's there's nothing.
Oh,
What
that-
does it mean, a
Pipe
Molotov? I
bomb.
don't understand.
We're not going back and slash.
You gotta win there, dude, Jeanette.
Yes.
what happened?
You know, then we could. Whoa, pipe bomb, so cool.
Oh God.
Why is all I can think of is like.
All right. Next,
Yeah,
next is who wants to go next? Who's party 2?
Yeah,
You're gonna be
let's
party 2. Amara and Scoobert. Are you guys gonna go to the Temple District? Yes. So you can shoot off a little bit if you need to go there. Do remember though, you're gonna need like an hour before your ability to turn back into a 6-foot human activates again. You can only use it after you stop using it. It takes an hour to recharge. So you'd have to go to the hollow and stay there for an hour. Again, you only have 48 hours, but you can't enter the hollow as in your human disguise. So Scoobert, you need to go find a church and pray to your demon. Is it a devil or a demon? Hold on. I'm sorry.
I remember it being a demon.
It might
Because
be.
it has the fire alignment?
I'm gonna double check. I just want to make sure. The
Because if I remember
abyssal
correctly,
monster
devils
sword
don't
of
necessarily have a
chaos.
Fire alignment.
Plague bringer for demon. He's
Artis is demon. No, the devil.
Pyronus. He's a devil.
Okay.
He's
I
the
understand.
devil prince of the flame. He's
Okay.
a devil prince of the flame and temptation and infernal magic. That's what he is.
Even
He's
though-
not. The thing
I
is though.
I love
Lucky
how I'm
Boy
not-
is a Satanist.
I love how I'm a skittish person, yet I worship a
So
devil.
the whole thing is that he's temptation, though. That's one of his things is he's temptation. So because your alignment and whatnot, you are a very like skittish person, but you also have anxiety. He tempted you, and you fell for it. So now you're in a pact with a devil, who gives you flame power, but you never agreed to it. You were scared and tempted, and you took that play for
I
power.
was taking advantage.
But
Take it or don't.
You kind of were. You were taken advantage by a devil, but that's what devils do. Devils and demons in D&D especially, they tempt people with things that they want and make little deals here and there until they own all of your soul. But you have to pray to him soon because you used some of his power and he wants to hear from you. Pyronus needs you to pray to him. But you can't just do it in public. You need a private place to pray.
I need to go into the what's those booths called?
The confessional?
I need that confessional.
You need to go. You want to find a confessional?
Don't you go with the other
Okay,
side.
let's see. You got.
Bend down to pray to this god.
Has he? Yeah, he has.
But like, how far do you bend?
Oh no, he just normal pray thing.
He's not going ass up
Wait.
again.
Wait, how I?
You
if
found-
I got a horn on my head. How?
You just kind of like get on your knee and do this, like that type of thing. So you're not looking for any church specifically, but you do find the abandoned church the queen was talking about. So now it's up to you. You're with Amara, and you don't. So because you and Amara both have a secret, this is also why it's good that you two teamed up. You can inform each other about your secrets, only if you trust each other enough.
I don't trust you yet.
I used to be a dog.
Yeah, you see, yeah, that's shut up. You don't get to.
No, you're not. You do not get to used to be a dog.
I used to be a pothead's beetle, and then he let me out in a while.
I have a feeling next time we play slashers, he's gonna play Jock, so he
I
can,
was gonna
so he
play.
can be like, I can set up traps and stuff.
I
knew it! God damn it! Every time we play a tabletop game, it comes back to fucking Scooby Doo with him.
What was the first part? Was when the first time we played, I wanted to be the nerd so I could be Mama.
Jinky.
Damn it!
Is
All
it
right.
Killed you, we can unmask
So
him?
you find the abandoned church. Do you want Amara to come in with you? Or are you gonna ask her to stay outside? Amara, you can also have a chance to say something in this. He's gonna go into this abandoned church. What do you have anything to say to him? You don't have to join him, by the way. There's no obligation to join him in the church.
I guess I'll go in with you.
Do you want her to go in with you? You're okay with that?
Yeah,
When you pray, your body is going to be set on fire. That's part of your prayer.
that's fine.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
You don't know this though. He made a pact with a devil.
We're just sitting
Well,
there, I'm
yeah.
praying, and she's in the
Okay.
back.
She's a bloodbarian, so
Yeah. What's
She's
gonna
down
happen?
with demons.
No,
All I can
no, but
imagine.
She's in the back of the
down
church,
with
I'm
demons
praying,
in the
all you
way
hear
that
is,
like she would probably smash a couple faces of demons. Yeah.
Like, I'm just imagining, like, Scoo's like, this is gonna look a little weird, so sorry.
I mean,
and then
It's up
does
to him to decide.
praise. Then it all goes on fire,
Are
and
you-
she's just like, nice.
Are you gonna pray in front of her, or are you gonna try to find a private like confessional or something? Or you can just talk to Amara.
I kind of I go to like a side room, like it's still open, like you know how
Yeah.
some churches have those like
Yep.
confessional
Little
things?
alcoves.
Yeah.
Alcoves. I'm like at that, so it's like she can see me.
Do you want to tell her anything before you pray, or?
Don't get scared.
Of what?
Yes.
Now you start
You're gonna
playing?
see. Yeah, and then I start praying.
Okay, as he bends down to his knees, he grasps his hands and he goes, "Oh!" And then his entire body is engulfed in flames.
I get all.
You see that
What's
his
the one
horn,
thing-
at the top of his horn where it splits, there's like an eye that pierces open that's a burning flame, and he's praying to his
He's just
deity.
over here screaming,
I've never wanted to join a religion, so
What?
I said that is so metal.
Yeah,
Eye of flame.
it self-immolates and then
Immolates,
sorry, and then like what basically an eye of Sauron appears within the top of his piece, and as you're praying, only you can hear this. Amara can't hear this, but
I'm
he
just talking
goes
to myself now.
little bug,
I'm not little.
you are little, small, and tiny
No.
compared to the power of a devil.
can I hear this?
No, you can't hear any of this. This is only in his head.
Which
And
means
he,
you'd only be hearing
Come on,
his side.
yeah, you can only hear his side. He like bends down. He is tall. He's like 20 feet tall. He's huge.
Sir, I'm
And
only
he
5'11"
bends down,
here.
looks at you, and he has in his eyes. So around his eyes are pitch black, but inside is a burning blue flame. His entire body
He got that
looks.
soul sand fire.
Yeah.
inside.
His entire body looks like it has been burned and burned and burned again, and it just out of all the wounds on his body, like the little patches of burns on his body. So
The metal hole.
out of character, just so people have context. You know how Deadpool's skin looks in the comics, where he has or Spawn's skin, where he has like patches of holes all over. He has that
Lesions
all
and
over.
stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
he has those all over his body, but they keep spurting out flames constantly all over his body. And he kneels down to you and he says, "You used and invoked my name today. What did that pitiful little fight have to do with me? You called upon my power to fight some little bastard of a void."
Is this like a real religion?
It is a cult, and he was pressured into it and didn't have a choice. You can't hear any of
No,
this.
I'm only
Sorry.
hearing his part.
Yeah. And when he kneels down, he presses his finger against you, and it's burning hot. You don't take any physical damage, but you can feel. You have immunity to flame, but you can still feel how hot this is. And he points it at you, and he says, "You invoke my name over another pitiful fight, and I will take from you parts of your soul you don't even know you have."
Damn.
And
Wait a minute. This got real.
He
My anxiety's through the roof already. Wait, should I
He-
roll for an anxiety thing?
no, you're in his realm, so your anxiety doesn't matter here. It could be off the scales on it doesn't matter. You needed to pray to him because he needs you. When you invoke, as a warlock, when you invoke their name, when you use the power they granted you, they can see what it's used for. To him, what you used this power for was to fight something of a useless nature. To him, you using your Eldritch Blast when you did was a pitiful excuse for fighting something. When you hit them, they exploded into dust. Why would you waste your power with this? Like they were nothing. You could have bit them. He doesn't care, but the fact that you used his name, his power that he gifted you for something that he deems useless is his problem here. And he wisps you up into a grasp of flame like a tornado, and he raises you to his level as he like stands up fully, and he
Damn,
looks at you.
I forgot how tall you were.
He looks at you.
It's high
And-
up here, man.
He looks at you and states, "If you invoke my name once more for a useless fight, I will revoke my power, but your soul will remain here in the world of flame."
Okay.
Whew, and you're back. You're not on fire anymore. Now you can roll for anxiety. To have an anxiety attack, you have to beat a DC. Oh God, you have to beat a 16. That's a random DC.
Wait, so it's
You have to D20. You have to beat a 16.
I got a 1.
Oh my
That shit's
fucking
in the
God!
roof.
You got a nat 1.
Poor
That
guy.
shit's through the roof.
I
You
I was shitting my pants.
you are immobile. You
Shitting in
cannot
little bug
move.
pants.
What just happened to you was more horrifying than watching a family member get eaten in front of you. This is. You now understand
I'm
that.
wearing an adult diaper at this point.
You now understand that invoking the power of this devil needs to be negotiated. That if you use his power, you need to ask. You can't just throw out Eldritch Blast. You need to be like, bless my flame, or something to throw it out. To just throw out an Eldritch Blast now without praising
So I
him,
gotta pray.
you have to pray every day. That is a must now
Yes.
to keep your deity's favor up. He may be mean to you because he's a devil. However, he still lets you keep your power. Make sure that you invoke his name when you properly fight. He calls it pitiful fights, but if you use his power to win in victory and battle, any flame is worth burning for him. However, because you didn't cite his name or you didn't ask for a blessing of flame, he is mad right now. So you are not in good standing. But he let you keep your power for now. Again, he is not super evil, but
He's just a
isn't.
devil.
Yeah, he is not also a good guy.
He's like the Futurama devil.
All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. Amara, he's no longer on fire, and he is like literally shaking. You know what a panic attack is. You've had them.
That's badass.
He is having the worst panic attack you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, you say that was metal, but I'm made of metal.
So you are
I
now.
can't even hear your ass near me, man.
you
I'm sorry.
you can say whatever you want.
Bronson is
You
10
can
compared
act.
to that.
There.
I'm stainless.
Really, you didn't even do. I was waiting for the Queen Charlotte thing, but
Oh, sorry, it was Shall I pick you up? This is what you get for joining a cult.
Choice.
I don't know what you just said, but I guess we're gonna go.
You lift him up by his hand, so you can you're not carrying him, but you definitely lift him up.
Dragging him over.
All right.
I just imagine.
Do you have a place you want to visit? Do you want to visit the Hollow?
You know that like dragging concrete.
You're
sound?
hungry. Well, you gotta ask Goober. You can't ask me. I'm just the DM. I lead the
Shall
story.
we eat food?
Yeah, and most likely calm me down.
All right. You guys head off to get something to eat. That will round up towards the end of your thing. Are you sure there's nothing else you want to do, Amara? Other than just eat? Nothing you want
And
to do in
not
the
join
church?
my
Nothing you
cult.
want to do in.
Oh, I'm gonna come back to this church.
Oh, okay.
So you burn it down.
Mark that in your thing. That is part of what you want to do. Is you want to come back to the
She's
abandoned
gonna
church.
sit there and start kneeling. She's like, all right, I want to start praying.
I'm gonna see if I can get.
Why
some
is he not coming?
All right, Fireboy, where'd you go? Where's your bitch ass?
Fish Stick and William Beard.
So like,
Huh?
what's in here? Come on out.
Oh no, that devil guy's afraid of me.
Oh God.
Fish Stick and William.
Hmm.
You are now heading down to the riverside, I believe is what it
We're
is.
holding hands and skipping.
Riverfront.
I'm not sure about that.
Riverfront.
He's like, I
Um,
don't like your plays.
Take me out on a
They
date
suck.
first.
You're holding my pee.
When you guys get there, there's like traditional like fantasy ships. There's some big, some small. fishermen always trying, like fishmongers everywhere trying to sell their wares. You got like some merfolk like kind of huddled and talking to each other. You have the Fishers Guild, and you guys also have like this traditional like fish restaurant area. Like it's just so you know, merfolk eat fish. Like 100% in D&D lore, they eat fish.
Yeah,
That makes
why-
sense.
why
They
wouldn't
they herd them like cattle. They eat fish.
Yeah, aquaculture.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
So
Aquaculture.
they Aquaman culture.
No, aquaculture.
Oh! I
It's
thought you
like
said
agriculture.
Aquaman. I thought you said Aquaman culture.
Aquaculture is like farming. and
I know what it is. I thought you said Aquaman
I said
culture.
Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman does eat fish.
He does.
It's canonical. Yeah, he eats fish.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He's the superior being
Because he
after all.
talks to them? I don't know.
Yeah, but they eat stuff like
I can
they
say
don't.
hi to a cow. I'm still gonna eat it.
Yeah, they
Hey, cat.
Fish are
so
friends,
uh,
not
my
food.
cat.
as you get there again, there is a little area that merfolk have like kind of like, oh, this is our spot. It's like what do you call those?
Enclave, like an ethnic enclave.
Kind of, but
This is a term for like Chinatowns and Koreatowns.
yeah,
They're called, like, ethnic
but
enclaves,
it's
yeah.
like a little. It's like
I
a very
I
small area.
immediately want to call it Fish Town.
But they've made
called
their little
P-Town.
place in the riverfront.
It's little
Um,
Atlantis.
So no, it's on the surface, but they're all kind of made their thing there. William, you notice that there is a ship of traveling merchants. They have books from other lands. They have scrolls and all this stuff, but they haven't brought it to the merchant area yet. They're just kind of like,
So there are fishermen and sailors around, right?
oh yeah, it's all fishermen, sailors, traders of all kinds. Just
Is
all
it like
over.
a stand where there's like a fisherman selling his wares?
Yeah, there's a
I'm gonna go
couple
up to that,
fishmongers. There's a couple of them.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go up.
Which one do you want to go to? There's a elven, there's a dwarf, there's a merfolk, there's two humans.
The humans.
Which one? There's a male and a female. They have opposite booths.
The male.
Male, okay. You walk up to this male, and he has some like surface level fish. There's like bass, and they like just traditional like tilapia stuff like that. It's just nothing like super high end. It's kind of like lower fish. He has lobsters and some crabs. And he's just like, "What can I help you with today? Ah, you're my first customer of the day."
Now, tell me, good sir, you are a seafarer, a man of the sea, yes?
I have a little boat, and I get lobster from a net.
Interesting. So, have you ever encountered any strange creatures or anything interesting out at sea that you'd like to speak about?
Yeah.
What sort of things?
Once I saw a guy in the water looking up back at me, and I tried to save him, and I fell in, but he was all gone when I got there.
Did he have fins or anything strange like that?
No, he looked like me, but had a yellow hat. My hat's blue. And you look at his head; it's not. It's a yellow hat.
Sounded like a girl from American.
Fucking idiot. Have you any? What is it like to be a seaman?
I swim real good. You're not talking to an intelligent man.
Clearly,
I want you to know that you're actually talking to one of the lower intelligence here.
I'm pretty sure there's only one person in this
He's-
group who has lower intelligence than the NPC that's being talked to,
I
and he's right next to me.
have you all gotten what he saw in the water yet?
Yes.
I saw his reflection.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
I get
He
it.
saw himself.
Yes.
It's
I
a
talked
dr-
to a
We've
different
explained
sea-
the show.
You can talk to anybody you want. He's like,
Talk to
okay,
him.
bye. He's like really friendly and just happy that you show. You didn't buy any fish though. It's okay. Maybe I'll get them next time. What do you want to talk to next?
Only fish and sea.
that man.
What?
You're hurting him. You're like, yeah,
Just yell,
he's
let's play
nice.
fish and sea.
He never bought fish from me though.
Let's see.
There's
Is
still
it like a big, like majestic looking ship that has obviously come from faraway
Um,
lands?
there's one, but they don't have like a selling thing.
Okay.
There's just like they're just like unloading. There's people like walking around that dock. There are some people you can talk to from there. There's a dwarf. There's a
I'll look at the
another
dwarf. He's my kind.
dwarf. Okay, as you come up to the dwarf, he looks at you. He goes, "Ha, dwarf boy,
Yes.
you're the silly little playwright in Khazad-dûm. It's so Good to meet you. You know how many people you pissed off?
A lot of people,
It was
I know.
a riot.
I know.
It was a riot. They wanted your head.
They did. Didn't they?
It was very
They
funny.
did.
time.
They did.
It was very funny. I don't know if you should ever go back.
I might not.
They burned your house down.
Oh, good. I am aware.
All you're sitting there. All
Now,
my
let me
work.
ask you something, good sir. You're a sailor, a seafarer.
Yes.
Have you ever encountered any strange creatures or beings or creatures out at sea?
He grabs you by the back and points you towards the ocean and just looks. It's like, out there is a vast sea of unending adventure. Underneath it are horrors of the likes of which I've never been able to fathom. I have seen monsters of the deep and monsters of the sky. Which do you want to hear of?
Monsters of the deep, my good sir.
And he tells you this tale of a great octopus that he once fought. Let's see a deception check here. What is your would we say deception versus perception?
Yeah,
What do you guys say?
My
What do you think?
perception is just plus. It's flat.
What
zero.
is it?
+0.
Okay, roll a d20.
I rolled a 19.
How in the hell? I rolled an 18.
Ooh.
How in the hell? Okay, you can tell that some of this is like a made up. He may have fought a big octopus,
but
but
not a kraken.
he's not. Yeah, it was no kraken. It was.
I'm
It's
still,
big.
that doesn't mean I'm a playwright. It doesn't have to be true. I just need to hear
Yeah.
stories that are good.
And he tells you this story of how he valiantly fought this thing, and you're picking up on notes of like inconsistencies
Yeah.
in his story. And he's telling you how it wrapped around his neck, and he cut it off and threw its tentacle back into its face with such force that he crushed its front face bone. Squids don't have bones.
Yeah.
And then he tells you how like he kicked it so hard, blood squirted out of its eye. And then he jumped in and grabbed that eye out of its socket and held it over his head like a champion, with blood leaking all over him. And everyone on the ship was just kind of like,
And William Beerchick, he's clinging on it. You can see it's not true, but he's into it. And you see him light up, and he's like, he starts imagining, like, well, what if this wasn't just any encounter with this octopus? What if this is the second time, the first time it took his leg, and then he had a fake leg, and then he was obsessed to a maniacal degree with hunting down this octopus.
Are you trying to run
until-
Moby Dick now?
Yes, I'm
yeah,
writing Moby Dick.
I got that like in the minute he said it took his leg.
Yes, it took it, and then this character became obsessed to the detriment of everyone around him, killing this one octopus.
So for having a inspirational moment,
Mhm.
you gain a +1 to any charisma roll.
Hell yeah!
For
Where
the
should I write
next,
that?
it's just a temporary buff, so you can add it to your notebook if you want to.
Oh yeah.
At the top, if you want to just keep track of it. For the next 2 days while you're writing this, because you'll be consistently writing it,
Yeah.
this inspired you to start writing another short. I'll say short, even though Moby Dick is not a
Yeah,
short
I know
book.
it's a long.
It's a long book, but I'm gonna say that William Beardshaker's version is gonna be a little bit shorter,
Gonna
more
be the
digestible.
abridged, the cliff notes
Yeah,
of Moby Dick.
and you're gonna be writing this for the next few days. So let's say for the next, what do you 72? No, 78. Is that
2 days, 48 hours.
2 days is 48. 3 days is
72.
72. You'll have 72 hours of this. So it'll be 3 days of like on and off writing, but you'll constantly have a +1 to your any charisma throw, all the time.
And I am writing Dwarfy Dick.
Dwarfy. Oh God, no! Don't
Never
call
mind.
it that. Yeah, I
Moby
did.
Dwarf.
The Moby Dwarf. That's better. Thank you, Dwarfy Dick. That is a very different book. That is 50 Shades of Beard.
Oh my god, you have to write one named 50 Shades of Beard now.
No, it's called Moby Dwarf.
You have to write one
50
of
Shades of Gil.
50 Shades of Dwarf.
50 Shades of Gills.
Oh,
It's about Merfolk.
yeah.
In a 50 Shades of World.
What
He
would
might
be
not
his
approve.
name?
Oh.
Is his name
Hi
Dorian?
ho! Hi
Is his
ho!
name Dorian Gray?
It's off to
Yeah.
a
No,
great
that's
start.
Can't
name
say
is-
that. Don't.
What is he singing?
Disney. All right.
No, not the.
What do you want to?
The mouse will kill me. I gotta stop.
What do you want to do while you're on the river? On the riverfront district.
I'll head to where the merfolk are.
The merfolk. All right. As you approach, you're not seeing any deep merfolk. There's no one with like the dark.
I did it. I would expect that.
There's no one with the dark purple. Was it dark blue or purple?
I think it was.
You had
Purple
purple
and blue.
spots, but you had a dark blue
Yeah.
like skin tone, right? Yeah, because that's how you're gonna trace your lineage is the purple spots. I remember that specifically, but I can't remember if you were purple or dark. You're not seeing many deep folk here, but you are noticing that there are some like green, so the swamp ones here, and you can see that there are a couple ocean ones here. No deep ones though. That's just the front area. You can go inside, might find a couple places, but you could also speak to someone at the front gate.
Oh, head inside.
Go ahead inside.
Yeah.
Okay, as you go inside, let's roll just like we did for everyone else. Okay, that wasn't a roll; it just kind of flipped.
Like
out
how
in my
mine
head.
was the only one that didn't have a roll. And have to do that shit.
You see 4 places. You got the highest roll. You see 4 places. There is.
Do not try to eat the miniatures.
Oh, you guys are doing this. I'm
There-
in the bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely. Your turn was already
Yeah.
done with, so you're good. As you go in, you
That's
notice
all
that
we
there's a restaurant off to the
Nope.
side. They're selling traditional merfolk stuff.
Okay.
Traditional like meals and stuff like that. You found one that's an armorer. They make like waterproof like armor that you've seen once or twice. There's like a nice gilded jacket. You can tell that this is like extra protective. It's maybe magically infused, not 100%. You see that like there's also this dude in the distance who just has piles of trash. Just tons of plastic. There's bottle holders. There's grocery carts. He's just weird and has a whole bunch of trash. He's very out of place. Kind of off put by him. He's like in the back. He's like, yeah. You have another guy who is right off to the side. He's like right behind him is like a whole bunch of weapons. So there's like not a blacksmith area, but he's definitely reselling weapons. Maybe he can repair them. You're not 100% sure.
I'm head to the armor.
The weapons guy or the armor guy.
The armor.
Okay,
guy.
sorry.
That's what I would have done, to be honest.
Yeah. As you approach this guy, he like comes out and he has, again, just so everyone knows, in our world, merfolk, very, very, very handsome people, like beyond traditionally
The
handsome.
Ryan Reynolds of the universe.
They are very, very attractive people. But the thing is that there's lots of guys. There's not many merfolk women that people come across, and
We're the mermaids.
yeah, well, people don't know. Like just like with dwarfs, some people can't tell whether a merfolk is a man or a woman. However, the ones that we see on the surface quite often are male. Females do exist. There will be a reason for that. Only Daquan gets to know that information, or only Fishsticks gets to know that information, which I will let you know later why.
I hope we get to meet some more later.
You'll have time to.
The beach episode.
So he approaches you. He has this again red skin. It's bright red, almost like a fire truck. And his markings are lime green outlines, and then inside of it, it's almost like every marking he has is like double striped. So there's like green, like a lime green outline, and then inside is a deep blue. Almost like a black, almost like a navy blue, but a little darker.
Right.
And he looks at you. He's like, "Can I interest you in any of my wares?"
Yeah. You have anything that would like protect me?
Protect you. You are. I see you have crossbows, or what do you have?
They're
hand crossbows, right?
They're basically hand harpoons.
That's right. I had to remember. I was like, they're like hand crossbows, right? Yeah, they're like hand harpoon guns. Okay. It's like, a ranger. I have something for you. He goes and he gets that big like fancy coat. He puts it on you, and you realize it's not shiny. Actually, like a layer of plastic over the jacket. There is a reason, by the way, that there's lots of plastic.
It's like a raincoat.
It is, but it isn't. It is a very nice made jacket, but the
It's a very
lining on
fancy
the outside is covered in a coat of plastic.
Okay.
It looks like someone's grandma left a thing in the closet too long, and like the plastic that they keep over their clothing to keep dust out melted to the jacket itself. But it's a very nice jacket. And when you put it on, he puts it on your shoulders and put your arms in. You feel like more protected, like a warm hug, something that has definitely made you feel good, confident, and like you definitely can take a punch or two with this on. You're like, yeah, you feel good.
Feels nice.
And he says that it has been blessed from a priest from the Merfolk Church over here that to protect those of the deep, but there are no deep here. We just kind of had it on display. No chances that it works. You can let him know that you feel powerful. You don't have to.
You feel a little something.
Okay. You say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, good. See, it's working. I told you. And he looks around, like, kind of like almost sneakily. He's like, I'll let you take it. 600 gold.
Okay. So I'll give him the coupon for
The
it.
coupon. He takes the coupon and he looks excited at it. He's like, ooh. And he like stuffs it into his thing. And he's like, here, take this. And he gives you like a fisherman's hat, like kind of what you're wearing now. And he gives you that and he's like, take this for free. And he like kind of shoves you out of the store and then he shuts the shutter right behind you.
Like I wasn't particularly honest.
Man, this is. It just does not. It's not.
You
getting better
now
from this.
can add to your inventory the weatherproof jacket.
Weather.
You now gained another magical artifact again.
Oh great.
This magical artifact gives you +1 immunity to any elemental damage passed on to you that is weather-based. That means electricity, water, and
Maybe like
air-based
sand?
air-based attacks. No, that's not that's environmental, not weather-based. And wind-based attacks now take a -1 when they hit you.
So I'm okay.
So you have you actually bought a raincoat.
Or like snow. Or like snow.
But yeah, snow too. But it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like ice. So it would be like if they do hail,
Right.
he would take 1 less damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So he
Cloud
gets
of
1.
daggers.
Yeah, cloud of daggers ain't working.
Ice daggers.
Nope, those wouldn't work either.
Damn
It
it.
has to be weather.
It's a raincoat.
It's called
not-
cloud.
Does the hat do anything? Or is it just to complete the set?
Well, he didn't tell you anything about the hat. He just kind of gave you the hat. You feel something, but you don't know what to say. You don't have no one in the party has identify scrolls or what's the name of the
Detect
the
magic?
spell?
Yeah,
No,
detect-
not detect magic. The one that explains magic items. I forget what the name of this.
Okay, Arcana.
No, it's
Arcane something, right?
yeah, it's not magic detection, but it's the one that explains things.
Arcane
to you.
knowledge.
Arcane knowledge, basically. Yeah, I don't know the
Something like
name
that.
of the spell though.
That's what it says in Baldur's Gate, so that's why.
Okay, yeah. So there might be
Fine.
something magical about the hat. You don't know. Huh?
He's just a big baby.
It's just a big maybe right
You
now.
can always
No,
take it to someone
well, because
else.
you don't have detect magic, you can't tell,
I seem
and
to
he
have-
didn't tell you.
I seem to have a knack for getting magical artifacts.
Made out of plastic.
Made out of plastic.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out there just so everyone knows. The joke is that there's a lot of plastic in the real
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I kind of
The
figured.
merfolk have been making use of this actual plastic to clean up their environment.
That's hilarious.
And a lot of them are magically infused now, which leads me to my next thing. Do you want me to let the party know what happened last time, what you got, or do you want to wait for them to actually see it in action?
Yeah, we can explain it.
Explain it? All right, remember how last time he got a plastic straw?
There's a
It was
show.
just... No, a plastic straw
He did
is
get a
what he got
plastic
as a
straw,
reward from the lady.
Yeah.
The lady with the little statue, when she
Yeah.
gave you all something for helping save her.
Yeah.
She gave him a plastic straw. She just gave him a plastic straw.
I'd like to also point out you've given me a screwdriver and a TARDIS tent.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. You're a doctor.
Are people not figure out that this whole campaign is just reference after reference? And, like, me telling you things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a ring of protection and a sword. What is that going to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out there real quick, out of character. Gary Gygax, the original D&D creator, literally stole everything he ever made.
Yep.
This is why I made this campaign
He
to
had like
be
no original.
as traditional as possible, sticking to the Gary Gygax way of just taking everything as a reference and a word. Khazad-dûm is Khazad-dûm.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is what our traditional fantasy was made of, so I'm making a joke about it. That's what this whole campaign is. And yes, you got a screwdriver and a magic tent that allows you guys to go inside, and it's bigger on the inside.
What you know? It's smaller on the outside.
That's what she said.
They've said that before. And as for you, he got the straw of the gluttonous salamander. It is a magically mythical item given to him by her, and it allows any user with this straw to slurp up any liquid in the world. That-
That means
Including
you got
lava.
this pan,
However,
you got
here's the
this.
thing: you are not affected when it's in your mouth as saliva. To your mouth, it counts as normal saliva because the straw magically transfuses it into your saliva. Meaning, as a ranger, he has a constant elemental spit.
Nice.
He can literally just no, he doesn't even have to use the straw. Just he can literally just lava, put it in his mouth, it turns into spit, and he can and spit it at someone, or he can use it as a blow dart. Yes.
He has spitball power from class.
Yep.
He's like a student.
And it all gets magically infused, and he's not affected by it when it's in his mouth.
And he has a raincoat
It
in case someone
lasts-
throws it back at him.
Only weather effects. I don't. There's only water really.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
it would only
rain
be
clouds
water.
don't count as water.
Just suck up the lightning.
Can't no. There's a restriction to it. He read it earlier. I'm gonna give him
It
his
was just a
card.
joke.
But essentially any liquid poison.
Oh, God.
I just want to double check.
You can negate any poison with this.
Only on the ground. It
Just
lasts for four.
I can use it 4 times a day if I read.
4 turns in combat, or 4 uses a day rather. The user becomes immune to the harmful effect while the liquid is in their mouth. This includes poison, acid, lava, and other magical concoctions. Meaning, if he really, really wants to, he could slurp up a health potion and spit it at someone, and it would still count.
It would heal them.
Yes.
Heal them a range.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So you're a range healer now.
He can, but he has to have it on him.
Yes,
Talk about healing word.
He
How
just
is the funny
Healing
thing-
word works, yeah, but that's
I'm
he has
just saying
healing word.
it puts another word on like healing word.
See, the funny thing
It's healing
the
spit.
thing
Yeah.
I was gonna do was I'm gonna constantly just have the straw in my mouth at all times.
Yeah, like it's like
Like a
yeah, like char.
He
Just
got
like-
3 magical artifacts, all plastic based.
Yep. Well, he didn't get the first one. He
Yeah,
left.
he didn't.
He left
It
the
was
first.
really good originally though.
Yeah, it was gonna be super useful too for him. That didn't work out. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Bring it back to the campaign later.
So you do you want to talk to anybody else while you're here?
Yeah.
You already got your item.
Yeah, I got my item. I'll look around for
Um,
interesting individuals.
All right, so like I said, there's 3 other shops. There's the crazy guy at the end with like a hordes of trash.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
You had enough crazy talk today. You have one dude off to the right of you who is kind of just selling his selling his food items. He's not like super serious about it, but he's like, traditional like food. Come and get it. Yeah, you don't have any money. I mean, you can talk to these people. You don't.
True.
I mean, you are in a marketplace. You could probably go head back outside. There might be more people to talk
Yeah, I'll
to.
probably just head back outside.
Again, at the entrance, there's a couple of merfolk. No dark, deep. I keep saying dark. I meant deep ones. And I mean, there's a couple merfolk walking around. They're just kind of going about their business. There's one merfolk selling fish, like a fishmonger from a sailor. There's a dwarf, there's 2 humans, and William Beardshaker is talking to a dwarf who's like patting him on the back and like telling him grand adventures, and William is like writing into his notebook. You can see that.
Didn't you say that there was a group huddled around earlier?
Yeah, at the entrance, there's like a small group of merfolk just kind of like talking to themselves.
I'll just approach the group.
You're gonna approach them, and they notice you're approaching, and they're like, "Ah, look, a deep one. Don't see many of you around here."
Hey, fellas. I want to know something a little more about our kind, if you don't mind.
What do you mean our kind? Like merfolk? You're merfolk. You should know all about us. What do you mean?
Yeah, I was kind of raised a little differently than everyone else.
Oh, you're one of the landies.
I get that seems a little. Anyway,
You were raised by landies. What's your name? Fishy?
it's Fish Sticks actually, but
God damn it! They just destroy our culture year after year.
oh,
No, our people are noble. Yours, mysterious at best, questionable loyalties. Deep merfolk don't leave the deep. That's why you haven't seen any.
no.
Just go ask any merfolk their story, and they'll all be essentially the same. We came up from where we were, whatever liquid that may be, swamp, ashen land, salt lakes. It points over towards one who's like a bluish shade, or like a bright blue. It's like open oceans. We're everywhere. Our culture is vast, wide. There isn't one central form of us. If you're asking about yourself, it's a mystery to even us. You guys live so deep within the ocean that the pressure kills most who even forego the challenge of being there. What we know is we're told, at least my kind, and he points like into his chest, and he's like, I come from open ocean. You live below. They live below us. He keeps saying you, as like thinking that's where you still come from, even though you told him you don't. And he's like, even your kind, they live below us. We don't interact much. You keep to yourselves, and from what we know, you have your own form of governments and everything. If you're looking to talk to more deep folk, there's been rumors around that you can find some over in the Free States, but don't get your hopes up. Just if you're going to go anywhere, look at Port Haven, see if you can talk to any merfolk and find out about the rumors. I can't help you with that. I can tell you that open ocean merfolk, as myself, I mean, we trade in shells, but I left that behind because shells are stupid and smelly. And have you ever handled a bag of shells to trade for a sea cucumber? It's annoying. I don't do it. So, Vilazia it is. I stay on land, like it here. People are cool. And he like does like a traditional like thing with his hands and his gills. You don't know what the hell this is. You kind of just like imitate it back, and he's like, cool. And then he like turns away and starts talking to his group again.
Huh. I see. I have to speak to more merfolk.
You have to speak to more merfolk. So William is like finishing up. That's it here. Let's go back to Scoobert and Amara. Just as you guys are approaching a restaurant, let's go. You guys are in Temple Row, which means you'll be closer to like the merchant district. Yeah, you're in the merchant district. What do you guys want to eat? I know what you want to eat. That's not fair. What do you want to eat?
What would
Scoobert.
Scoobert want?
Scoober's next.
Oh my god.
So he would want like biscuits of
So
some
I just
kind.
want snacks. Just
Man.
anything that I can put my name on.
What would let's go down this route.
Oh no.
What would a fantasy bodega look like?
No.
When I was on my trip earlier, like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
the
yeah.
Thursday before last
Yeah,
Thursday.
yeah, yeah.
there was this pizza place that had like these tiered tables that put the food on the top part. And I can't help but imagine something like that would happen in a fantasy setting, but it would be even more tiers for different species.
All like different heights, like
Yeah.
the gnome down here, the
No,
creature up here.
the gnomes
Would
get
be
to
at the
go
top.
on,
Oh,
so
yeah,
they can
yeah.
be eye level.
Oh yeah, yes, there's like all different tiers.
I don't know. That's
So you're walking into like a fantasy bodega. In here they have snacks, homemade stuff. There's like let's
This one with a big old S on it.
there's like patalitos.
What is that? The scuba bottle?
Yeah, Scoobert Patalito.
It says
Um,
potato on it.
Patalito. They're like empanadas.
Okay.
He's such a
Um,
meat
Pie,
person.
so
Honestly, I don't even really know what an empanada is.
It's meat.
It's a torch.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
a-
had one of those one day.
Yes,
You're
they're
so
deep fried
white.
meat pastries.
Okay, that makes sense. Now
You're
I think.
so.
how am I less white than you?
You grew up in a
Because-
little bit of an urban area. I grew up in like the suburbs.
No, you grew up in the woods near Lincolnwood.
You grew up where the wild things were.
When I was a kid, I used to catch snakes. That was my
And
hobby.
start cults and eat dirt.
All right. So, as you go in here, you find that you can drink your vial. By the way, it resets every 24 hours. You can drink it to satisfy your bloodlust if you really want to, but I don't think your bloodthirst is high yet.
TV show.
Oh
you-
God! Sorry
you-
for the contagious yawn.
No, it's fine. You grab some snacks. Let's just say because you're in the ASV, they're gonna treat it like a dining hall type thing. They're just like, we'll just charge the ASV. We do it all the time.
Fair.
You get your food, you leave.
I get sauce on I write
You
Scoobert
two,
food.
Yep.
you're coming out of Artisan Alley. You see Scoobert with like just bags, just covered in bags, even has two hanging off of his horns, just filled with like deep fried pastries and stuff, and he's just
Oh, it
like
looks like they've
stuffing
gotten
some
good
into
stuff.
his mouth while they're walking.
Let's go see how they're doing. All right.
With Amara following close behind. You two are heading back from the port and converging on the merchant district, where you can kind of see them in the distance. You can see Scoobert's big ass with fucking.
I got all my empanadas up.
We didn't know where to meet. It's just we all showed up in the same area.
Yeah, well, because like the merchant
One
district
bag
is
is
like
storytelling.
yeah,
Huh? It's a storytelling.
it is a storytelling convenience. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are back to meeting. Raise your hand if you used your ticket. 3. So we have 3 left. You are in the merchant alley, the merchant district. Does anyone want to use their tickets? Remember, they are only good here. Once you leave, you cannot use them.
We're coming back to the city.
And they will go away eventually.
Yes. So it
Yeah,
makes more sense to use them
They
now.
will go away, and you will come back here, but
You won't have them by that point.
who
We should
knows if you'll
decide-
still
we
be
should-
able to use them.
We should decide as a group what these tickets will be most useful for.
Why
I
can't
have
be so responsible about everything?
because
Do you
I'm
have
used to
anything
having
you
to
want?
maintain a household. Remember, I was the head butler.
Yeah, but...
Well, he got okay. So why don't you guys?
No, didn't I
Tell-
not get one? Because she was only going to pay off my debt.
No, you all got a
Okay.
coupon. She's not giving you gold when the mission's
Okay,
complete.
You
gotcha.
could sell your coupon for gold.
No,
I think
It's-
that would be.
That's gonna work.
It
If
would-
you try that, they're probably gonna not take it because
Yeah.
they
then-
really like these coupons. You guys kind of get the vibe that these coupons are stupid valuable.
Yeah,
For what? We don't know.
Everything,
I will
everything under 1,000 gold.
I mean, I got
Anyway,
$800
how
gold
much is one
sword,
of their
so...
stores?
You got an 800 thing. He got close.
So I didn't
800?
ask, but I did notice the
It's
sword. Is that
600.
what you got?
He got 600. He got a
Awesome.
hat and a
You got
jacket.
the, back-
Oh yeah, you know what? No, I'm doing this as DM. Player characters, you guys tell each other what you got.
Yes.
Explain like what you saw, what you learned.
That's exactly what I was about to do.
I want a DVD player with Scooby Doo.
yeah.
I don't know what a Scooby Doo is.
It's a DVD player.
What does Scooby Doo
We
again?
don't know.
Anyway, I
Isn't it like
got
plays
this
on
bag.
disc?
This bag
No.
opens
It's
into
like
a magical multi-room tent with a built-in kitchenette. I haven't actually opened it to take a look inside, but the guy
So
was
you
very...
could have gotten scammed.
That's what I was.
Can we put the dwarf in there just to put him on timeout for his bad plays? We could use.
We'll
like,
talk about it.
We'll
We'll talk
to
about it.
hide
Anyway.
through certain
Let's go
areas.
somewhere
I have
else.
What?
inspiration for a new story.
Stop. I want to know what everybody else has gotten. So who else? Who else has gotten a thing?
Well,
you
you
got
can
a bunch
see,
of food.
You can see his
You can, I was
jacket.
gonna say I have visual.
I
You
got
got
a
a-
toothpick.
You've got a sword. You've
It's a
got a
toothpick.
coat. For a giant, maybe.
That's where we bought it from.
I didn't notice. Anyway, I was busy getting a bunch of random things thrown at me. Did you
I
know?
saw. Didn't look very pleasant.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm made of metal because it all pinged off of me, but it was
Yeah, that
painful.
hurt.
So, you got a whole bunch of food.
He didn't use it for it.
For free.
Oh,
He got food for free.
so wait, is that okay?
I'm
so
a fatty.
I
I got all my food.
So that means we have three more of these. What
So-
else do we need for supplies
Wait,
for the road?
I just want everyone to be clear here. You just learned that the bodega area gives you free food if you're a student, if you're taking, if you have an ASV.
We have the paper.
Magitech watch.
First, we need to
Good
discuss on
idea.
how we're actually getting to the free states.
Exactly. Since we have
And
one of
there's
these
multiple.
tickets-
There's multiple
Wait.
cities in the free states. Like
Wait
they're
a
not
minute.
next to each other.
What's
Wait
the
a
closest
minute.
one?
Does we're still in the city? Does the train still count as if I use the ticket?
Good question.
The train tickets are only 2 gold.
Oh.
It's not
So
really
you-
worth it.
Like,
It's not worth it.
if you really wanted to do that, I'm pretty sure you could just buy like
A trade.
Can I get a membership?
Lifetime membership.
a trade membership with one of those.
No,
The
they
group
don't
would
do
be-
that.
It's gonna be a charge card every
That would
time
be
you
so-
just.
You're gonna
That would
Charlie
be
Pass
so-
for the fucking-
That would be so insanely specific due to these very important coupons.
1,000 gold worth of train rides.
500 train rides.
Ah,
You never
fuck.
use it.
He's gonna use it all the time. We
He's
just have to
rolling
watch
on
there.
his
As you guys are talking, there's a lady walking by with a dog, and she's like, "Will you bastards move out of the way? Why are you all taking up the road?"
My apologies.
Can I make a
You're a
perception check?
peasant and a maid, woman.
Can I make a
Shit.
perception check?
I don't know who's louder, you or him.
She rustles around in her thing, and she pulls out a little bottle, and she's like, "Fuck you!" and then throws a thing and lands right in front of you, and you're like, "What the hell?" It explodes into a little cloud of mace over a couple of you guys.
What?
You're all gonna take 1 little damage.
Did I just get maced?
You got you got fantasy maced.
Can I make a perception
Why are
check?
you like this?
You just got blinded. You can't make a perception check. And she's just like,
I blame you.
"Goddamn fucking the ASV kids!" And she just walks through.
Wait,
I blame you.
it was covered in dog piss.
Sir,
I told you guys that this is a living world. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
you guys never addressed where you were, so I'm assuming you were just congregating and meeting in the way of people's traffic.
Well, that's why I said we should move to an open
And plus, I
area.
rolled a 19.
We should go.
Is there a fountain nearby at all?
There is a fountain
a
nearby.
fountain
Go
wouldn't
there
be a
and wash
bad
my eyes
idea.
out.
You're gonna go over to the fountain and wash your eyes out. Let's do a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Okay. You can try to wash your eyes out.
I like the burn.
You said try. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to pass this. I got a 3.
Oh.
No, it's a
No,
9.
it's a 9.
It's a 9.
No. You're trying. It just stings. You're getting
Howdy.
like the water's also smelly. Now your face smells. Now you
got
have
Dog
dog,
sting-
smelly
You have
face.
got-
stingy eyes and a smelly face.
you got dog piss.
It's almost like no
Why?
one's washed this fountain in a while.
I throw some of the water at Beard Shaker.
Why?
He's not close enough to do that.
Is there? Wait,
you
I have an
tried,
idea.
but missed.
Is
really
there
bad.
any booth that would sell a comically large wheel of cheese? I
Why?
want to buy a comically large wheel of
I
cheese.
mean, it's gonna be food at least.
And I got empanadas. We can make cheese empanadas now.
Now you're cooking with fire. Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys wiping your eyes
No,
out,
I'm serious. I want to buy a comically large
hold
wheel
on,
of cheese.
hold on.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
I don't know.
As you guys are done wiping your eyes out, you've come to the realization that like you guys were in the middle of the street talking this whole time. People need to pass by, and there's 6 of you just talking. If you've ever been in a area where there's people talking, little annoying. As you wipe this out, the effect fades. You can see again. It's not blurry.
I can see.
Yeah. So this lady continues walking her dog. She's long gone. You notice that you want to buy a comically large wheel of cheese. There is a cheese artisan nearby. He specifically makes cheese. You can go in and talk to him.
I'm going into his booth.
You go in,
We
and
could use some
you-
rations.
as
True.
as this person turns around, you can't tell whether this person is male or female. They have a beard, but very feminine eyes. They are not a dwarf. No, they are not a dwarf. But they have very feminine eyes, and you've met enough people in your life to know feminine eyes when you see them. Long beard though, like beautiful, luxurious, like well taken care of beard.
So they're not let you
And
in.
they like, oh, customer, hello,
Hello, Mr. Cheese.
Mr. Cheese.
Hello, cheese seller.
I
You're terrible.
make cheese. I don't. Mr. Cheese. My name isn't Cheese.
It was just something that
That
popped
was
in
a
my head.
slur.
Not a
Mr.
slur.
Mr.
Racist?
Cheese.
Do you have a comically large wheel of cheese I could buy?
Mr. Cheese. And this person they look around and they're like, I mean we have the poopa,
What is the poopa? Tell
the
me.
grand poopa,
Oh, tell me about
and
this cheese.
they unlock this like big door, and it's just a literal like big ass thing of cheese. It's not big enough that like it's like a tire.
Yes.
It's like almost
Let's
2.5
carve it.
feet tall.
Let's
Nice.
carve it out and spin you in it.
It's a little shorter than you.
So it's about my height.
Yes. And
Big honkin' hunk of
it's a
cheese.
big honking chunk of cheese, and they wheel this out and put it in front of you, and they're like, "This is the biggest wheel we have."
Does it have any special properties other than its great size?
It's cheese.
Nice.
Covered in wax to protect it from the outside elements. This isn't a magic cheese farm. I have to make this by hand.
How much will that cheese cost me?
This non-magical
Yes.
wax-covered cheese. This is 500 gold. It's expensive. It's the most expensive
And
cheese
you're
I have.
poor.
Does it at least
I
taste
have
good?
a royal coupon.
They
Does
take
it
the
at least
coupon
taste good?
and they pick the cheese up and they just kind of like on top of you.
I feel like that's a waste
You're
of
not
royal
going to
coupon.
take any damage, but I am going to say you're crippled movement right now. This is heavy.
I'm
You're
carrying,
big.
I'm
and it's-
carrying a comically large.
It is
Your
legitimately just a few inches shorter than you.
Just starts rolling it.
Rolling
It's like a gnome trying to carry a
guarding gnome.
kobold trying to carry a gnome. It's very unwieldy and doesn't make any sense, but you're somehow doing it. You're crippled movement. You're like picking. It's like when you pick something up that's just a little too heavy, and your legs are shaking the whole time when you're lifting. You're like, Scoobert, you see him bring out this big ass piece of cheese. What do you do?
Laughing at me.
Really? That's it.
Laughing at him.
Okay.
Good heavens! Will that actually fit in? Would that stay in the tent and not go off?
You'd
Can
have
we
to.
finally
You would
check the
have
tent?
to get out of the city to open the tent. It is pretty.
Yeah.
It is still a.
Doesn't he have like mass carrying capacity? Could he take my cheese comfortably?
You'd have to add. That's not a DM thing.
I don't know what its carrying capacity is.
It doesn't.
I have a strength of 8. I have a -1.
I thought you were super strong.
I am not. I am the exact opposite
I'm
of super
super
strong.
I have a strength of 20, but I
And
can't
I'm not
lift it.
putting a cheese wheel in between my horns.
Why not?
You
It would
also
look pretty
also
cool.
have another heavy lifter.
Amara, will you carry this giant wheel of cheese that I have purchased? We need someone with lots of strength, and that's you,
I
apparently.
didn't give you permission to speak my name.
Oh, Miss Princess now.
You're trying to fur folk.
He can't even lift that.
Your life is not looking too good, is it?
That looks
So
like
I
a
have a
cheese.
big wheel of cheese, and that makes up for
No
a lot.
wonder why you're going down here.
Uber.
We're gonna go with
Is
you.
it blood cheese?
No,
I
Bleed on it if you like.
I
Ew.
it's covered in a red wax if that helps.
Red wax.
A red wax to protect it.
Can I get
Yeah.
an observation? Perception?
Yeah, if you
About
want
the
to.
cheese?
For anything?
About
Just anything that's going around us?
if you want, you already used your ticket, so there's not much left in the merchant area
We
for
always
you.
tell them if I see anything interesting.
You can.
I'm happy.
I'll say if you hit over a 10 or a 15, I'll give you something exciting.
I rolled a 9, and what should I use here? My wisdom or
Yeah, wisdom.
Perception,
plus
yeah, wisdom.
2. Oh, that was a 19 actually. I rolled.
Oh,
Plus 2.
yeah,
So
it is a
21.
19. You're right.
You rolled a 19. All right.
Plus
I mean,
20,
around
plus
you,
21.
you see the city is in a hustle and bustle. You see a couple of areas selling some stuff. There's meat seller over here. There's the cheese person over there. Down the street, you see like just regular. It leads into the artisan district where you just came from, and then the other way has a alleyway. It's one of those shadowed alleyways. So
His word back.
you don't really know what happens there. No, you're a former pirate. You're like, oh, I know.
I
what
get it,
happens
but
there.
I'm not like too keen to go down there.
You see where Temple Row was, where they came from. It's really far in the distance, but you can see like the walking path to
No big
it.
events going on.
I have an idea.
Well, we have to get to Scuba and Amaro real quick.
Yeah.
But
They still need to make their purchases.
so
I got cheese.
I mean, you see
have
that the
food.
area is well versed. There's a lot of stuff. You're gonna have 2 or 3 people. Maybe there's a cellar goblin if you want to go talk to them.
Nobody that might be selling ammo for my gun.
There is an ammo smith nearby if you just want to go buy ammo.
Yeah, I was looking for the special
I will tell you this. You don't need me for that.
Okay.
But just tell me after what you want to buy, and I'll mark it down because no one has to know.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a grand deal
ammo.
out of it.
It's just the special.
Yeah, and then I'll deduct it from.
I
Well,
don't
how
know
much gold do you have?
I have 6 gold.
Let's say you can buy 20 bullets with 6 gold.
I want to spend 4.
You want to spend 4 gold?
Yeah. 'cause I
Okay,
wanna keep 2 in case we need
let's
to
cut
spend
it down
4.
and say he gives you a deal. You can get 10 bullets of any like special kind, and then just have Kaz write down what.
I thought it was just one type of elemental bullet that I can choose the element I shoot.
one thing we need to figure out.
Yeah,
very
you can
soon.
choose. How about if you're gonna go for those because they'll be a little more expensive.
Yeah.
You get 8 of them for 4 gold, so you get
that's
double.
fine.
Plus
It's buy
8
one get one
elemental
free,
bullets.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, elemental. Put elemental change bullets. Is this way he can exchange them? So like he can slap his gun and it will be like fire,
Yeah.
and then he can slap it again and it'll be ice, and it'll be electric. So he can just switch through it.
And now I have 4 less gold.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Scoobert,
Pencil.
is there anything you
That's
want to
right.
buy for yourself?
pencil.
You can get
Yeah, it's already written.
I need to go down my gold.
you'll be able to get like I don't know. There's just
I should need to write down my gold.
a replacement robe. You can get new books for your stuff. I mean, there's plenty of things you can get. Is there anything you want for your character or for the team while they're traveling? Like we got a tent now, got a big wheel of cheese.
You said 6 or 8 bullets I get.
8. If you're spending 4, I said it was 2 for 1 because they're special bullets, so they'd be more expensive.
Brain roll was 6.
Oh, it's 8. Yeah.
10, please.
What's around us? Again, there's a meat shop. There's the cheese shop. There's a couple like artisan alleys. There's a shadowed alley. There's a weapon shop. There's a dealer of potions and grenades and stuff like that, and throwable stuff. Just random places nearby. There's also the arcane area where they sell magical equipment. You get the coupon to buy anything under 1,000 gold.
Gold.
I don't want them to know that I'm a warlock, so I'm not gonna go to your team area.
You can go off on yourself for a little bit and just tell them you're going to. Because if you don't want them to know you're a warlock, you can still do like, hey guys, I gotta go buy some magical stuff. And no one.
Just like
Amara, would you put two and two together to figure out he's a warlock, or would you just think that he like
Or can roll
has
a
a weird?
check and figure it out.
Well, I just part of
wanna-
a weird
What
cult.
is with your perception checks? Oh my
That's a
god.
huge
It's a huge thing in D&D. Yeah.
Someone really fucks up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll perception, but I am gonna go up based off of because you're a vampire-esque character. Would you understand it that he's a warlock? Okay. The only reason we're not rolling for that is because supernatural force. Figure that one.
Cancels out.
Something's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
There's something's going on. Whether she can figure out he's a warlock or not is really up to inside character motivation, not
Yes.
really dice roll on that one. So you can go. Do you want to go with him to the arcane area district?
It's the only person I like right now.
To the arcane district, we shall go.
I would
so
like to suggest that I go with them. Because I do need
This
to.
poor robot always wheels around me.
well, okay, so you can go with them. Do you want him to go with you?
Can.
Wait.
So I would say if he does go with me though, like I'll probably like split off after. Like he can come towards like the shop area because you said it's like another small shop.
Yeah.
So he can go, but like then like if he's like looking at something and he like tries to turn around.
So he wants to keep the fact.
I'm running.
Yeah, he wants to keep the fact that he's a warlock hidden from everyone.
Understood.
If you want to go,
I'm down for you to
he
go.
might
'cause, like,
abandon you for a quick minute
I'm like,
or
"Ooh, I'll be
distract
back."
you and try to. He really wants to go get something warlock based, but he can't do that around everyone.
Understood.
The
Yeah.
only person that knows this about him.
And Mara kind of
That's
gets
me, I
it.
don't know.
Bronson does not know at all what's going on.
You
He
know
is-
nothing. You just a little wheels. You
So here was my other suggestion. You guys who have already bought your magical items and stuff with your tickets and your giant cheese, you guys could actually go out to the main gate and check whether that tent is for
That's
real
a
or
good
not.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then just
Oh,
meet up with them when they grab
Sure.
their items, and that could be the start to adventure number 4.
I'm going
Works for
to. You know what? Yes. We need to find out if this actually works. If he's given me a lemon, I'm going to be absolutely livid.
You don't know where this guy's shop is.
Oh no. What happened?
I just want you to be aware that you don't know where this
You were
guy's shop
scammed,
is. He kind of just like showed up and was like, "Yeah, that lady smells like piss and is weird." And then he was just like, "So I got this like pack
I
that
should have made a perception check.
I don't know.
it would
I
be
was-
more of a deception check to see if he's lying." So you guys can go check that out. It would be
I've got
fish sticks.
cheese.
It would be William. Well, you have no choice because you have to get that cheese inside that tent at some
Yeah,
point.
I
Your
got
legs are
cheese.
gonna break.
Yeah. I gotta be cheese.
Bastion and Bronson are gonna head to the main gates, while Mara and Scoobert are gonna head to Arcane Alley to try and see if they can find any magical artifacts of their own before we leave on this
So
adventure.
am I always just rolling my bike
If you
beside
see any
me,
information
or-
on constructs,
Is it my
warforged,
inventory?
and the like,
How's that work?
try and give me some of that details, okay?
Maybe.
Let's
Please.
just say let's say that like you can leave it in certain locations, and then now that you're leaving the city, you're gonna have to go and wheel it. So
I
say
can't
you
just,
just
like, summon it to my side or something.
it's not working anymore.
It's broken.
You can try to fix up the auto like unit that'll find you, so you like snap your fingers and the bike will come to you. But it's
Right
broken right now, so you can tinker around with it. You have a tinker kit, right?
Yeah.
Like a tinker set.
Yeah.
You can
I'll
do that, and
while they're working
yeah,
on the tent, I
we'll
guess.
So
let's say a DC of 10,
working on your bike that
and you
might
can get
only broken.
working on it, and it will take a day.
Okay. And you know what I
I'm
use
sorry.
for my
I'm-
plus?
There's not a repair? Is there? What did we say for repair last
Well,
time?
I got a 16. So
Tools, Tinker's
What did I say?
tools.
you said 10.
Yeah, so you're fine anyway.
Okay.
It'll let's say with the tinker tool it'll take a few less hours, but it'll still take about 24 hours to
That's
get
fine.
this repaired. So when you get out to the main gate, you can start working on it while they do.
Well,
It can be intermittent repairs
while
too.
we try to
Yeah.
fix this thing.
Well, you get to get the
I'll
tech
be
open.
near them
He'll
doing
try
it
to
just
do that.
to be.
All right, Amara and Scoobert, you guys are making your way to the Arcane Alley. You guys notice that like there's all sorts of magical stuff here. Amara, you notice you can smell it. You can smell like strong smell There's vampires. Very strong. You could pungently smell that fetid blood.
That
This-
smelly smell that smells.
Smelly.
You can smell that fetid blood somewhere that you know they're close. You know they're nearby. You can look for them, or you can stick with Scoobert right now to help him find something. But I think Scoobert wants to go alone. I don't know.
I mean,
I
she's seen me pray, so if she wants to come with me, she can.
I feel like she'd want to.
I mean,
just
why don't you
to
talk
give
to
the
each
guy a
other
piece
then?
of-
Why don't you talk to each other then?
I suggest that we stick together because I smell
Smelly smell.
trouble.
Okay, you smell trouble. All right, so you can ask her now.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know. I meant like you can ask Amara now about like whether or not she knows what you are.
Do you know what I am? like I know you've seen. Yeah,
It wasn't hard to figure out.
you were. Okay, because I know you've seen the flames and everything. Me pretty much catch on fire.
Yeah,
It's just,
that was cool.
just wanted to make sure. No, please don't tell anyone.
Who am I
Not
telling?
yet, at least.
Well, he doesn't know your secret either, so
Who would I tell?
The weird group we're in.
the weird group.
I don't like them, so.
I think your only character arc in the next few things is going to be having to work out relationships with people here.
Let's figure out who are the people she can actually
I think-
stand.
I think the only reason she's had a problem with Bronson is the fact that he's very peppy.
Yeah, he's so like.
He's like, I can do things. Things are cool, and she's just like, oh, stop.
Just
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
the crippling weight of his current situation really hits him.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna be looking for a warlock area. You know a sign when you see one. It says sorcerer supplies, but sorcerers don't need to train for magic.
Sorcerer's Spring.
So. that
So
would
it's
be a
warlocks.
warlock thing.
It's just in disguise. It's hidden in plain
So
sight.
they don't
Normal
know.
people will be like, "Oh, sorcerer supply." Yeah, sorcerers. They use like crystal balls, and sorcerer is all about blood. It's in your blood. Magic is in your DNA. You don't have to worry
It's like
about.
Harry Potter, man.
Yeah, so you just like you train it a little bit, but you're always good at it.
Like fake
Knowing
series.
D&D
So it doesn't
way
make-
too well
Or is
is
that the blood?
What?
learning that Harry Potter is a sorcerer and not a wizard.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what this
Smelling
is.
that now.
So you go inside. Amara, you're still with them, right? All right,
Sorry.
Amara is still with you.
Sorcerer's
You guys enter the sorcerer.
Spring.
You guys enter the sorcerer supply store, quote unquote, and you go inside, and there's a guy behind. He's like, "Oh, fellow sorcerer, welcome. Do you need crystal balls or some wand replacements?"
I need that magic ball where I can go in my hand and it moves and it don't move.
We don't sell fushigi anymore.
I forgot those.
We had an incident with some rogues.
Oh no!
We don't sell them anymore.
Damn it.
So what are
Yes,
you
calm
here
down
for?
my
He's
anxiety.
like the stereotypical he's like the stereotypical early 2000s hot topic
God.
employee.
Yeah,
He's just kind of like,
hoppers.
yeah. So what do you want here?
We got
Like
soccer
we
hoppers.
have crystals, I guess.
Hopscotches?
trying to think what would.
What does he need?
Well,
Is he
he's showing you sorcerer supplies,
Queasy Bacon.
but
I remember
you
those.
can very clearly tell that he's not a sorcerer. I'm just gonna skip your perception roll on this. He's a warlock, but you need to tell him what you're looking for because they can't sell warlock stuff to the public. How do you tell him?
What do you need? And how are you going
Is
to
there
tell
a
him?
sign you
I
guys
don't
might
know what I
use?
need.
Well, you're gonna ask what he has, but you have
Focusing
to let him know that you're a warlock to see.
A body pillow
I-
and your devil.
Armara, do you want to, as your impatience grows, do you want to like tell this shopkeep something? Because Scoobert's like, yeah, crystals, they're cool. Thinking about what to say.
They're cool. Not fucking boring though.
Become the party member who says that he asked for no pickles.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to this guy?
I need stuff so I can fly.
You need stuff so you can fly. You already can fly.
I know, but when I'm in,
You can fly in human form.
no,
It's just
I
just
need
weird.
pixie dust.
No, yeah, it's an innate ability. You can just fly.
He wants to
I
pray to
want
his
pixie
patron,
dust.
help us.
You want like pixie dust? Well,
She-
he doesn't
she
sell pixie
Look,
dust.
Okay, it enhances my flight. Is that
She
right?
was.
Yeah, well,
Angel
he doesn't.
dust.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't sell any.
That
No,
sucks.
can he? Okay, so in this scenario,
I
you
whisper-
guys walked
I know
into
how
a
to do it.
warlock
I
secret
know how
shop.
to do it. I
Okay.
whisper my master's name.
He's
Zombie
like,
now.
oh, that's
Pyronus.
that's cool. Yeah, that's a devil, isn't it? We don't have devil stuff here.
What do you have?
Your fucking,
We have
your story
crystals.
sucks.
We have
dude.
crystals and balls and wands.
I want to set this place on fire.
That sounds cool.
What if I set you on fire?
Ah, that'd be fun.
Ask him
Are
his
you
patrons.
high?
Not yet. There's a lot of crystals here, though.
Start to break
I
off.
kind
You
of
got,
feel
you got,
like-
you guys gotta like just tell him he's a warlock. His anxiety locked up. His anxiety like crunch.
No, you said say something out of the war, like my brain just shut off. Everything this is.
That was an actual anxiety attack.
Wait.
This is one of the
Very
reasons
high.
You wanna tell this guy he's a
Oh my god, he's a warlock, okay?
oh. Is that why you whispered Pyronus in my ear?
Maybe.
Just fucking tell me you're a warlock. It's not like we're the fucking cops. He like hits a button on the desk, shades come down, the entire shop twists around. Like it literally looks like stuff is forming around you and pulls in and out, and space around you just.
Is this guy from Men in
It's a-
Black?
It's a new shop in front of you. It actually has useful stuff for warlocks here. Candle. It has like a whole bunch of sacrificial candles. It has dead pixie bodies. That's really disturbing to you. There's like wolf's blood and stuff on counters. There's a whole bunch of like actual sacrificial stuff. There's a Pyronus section where it's all like flame inducing stuff. There's cloaks and hats and
Is there a top
cuffs. Huh?
Is
There's
there a top hat?
there
Can
is
you wear a
top
top hat?
He can't wear a top. Well, he actually
I can put
can.
it on
He can
one
wear a
ear.
top hat on the part of his head. 'Cause
I could get two top hats.
It turns
he
into like a
he doesn't have a
dog
he
wear
has a
pants
head
kind
like
of
this,
thing.
but it's a little more protruded up. So and then his horn
Yeah,
comes off the
I
top.
just
He
picked-
could wear a top hat.
I'll make a 3D model of that.
And then his whole attitude changes. He's like, finally, someone comes in to actually buy cool shit for once. His attitude doesn't change too much, but
He was essentially a like a tourist
yeah,
situation originally.
and he's just like, finally, what do you want now? There's actually stuff to sell you. I don't sell pixie dust.
So you sell dead pixies instead.
Yeah, they're really good if you grind them up. They can be used for like sacrifices. They could also, I mean,
I go to Amara. After we leave, we can kill it.
I think I knew some of them.
Vorgrath really likes ground up dead pixies. So like if we take enough of their bodies and we sacrifice them, Vorgoth sometimes bestows people dark magics. It's really cool. I once saw a guy take 6 pixies and rip off their heads, throw it down, and draw the circles with their bodies like markers.
So at this point, I'm very distraught, and I just tell him what I am. So you're the only one that knows now.
Are
Do
you
you-
saying that
do you-
loud enough for him to hear?
Do you whisper, "Oh, you're a pixie? You're an Azazel?"
No, I don't say it out loud. I whisper it.
You whisper it to him?
Yeah.
What are you whispering about? Oh, you guys are like with Gorthax the Plagues, bro. You guys are talking about secret. We got like, and he pulls out like this huge thing, and you guys see like toads that have pus oozing
I
out
want
of them.
one.
You have
No,
like,
You're not even
there. You
I
have-
want a pet.
it has like a
toad.
vial full of maggots and stuff that are.
I want a maggot
green.
vial.
They have. There's like a rat's corpse just hanging on the bottom of it.
Ratatouille, no!
And he's just like, these are for Gorthalax. Like, they're just really cool. Yeah, I know. One of my cousins serves him. He's a cool guy. He once threw up at the family reunion, made my aunt sick for months, and then she died. Then she like started dying, and her nose fell off her face. It was hilarious. My grandmother screamed.
I'm just walking away, going to the Pirates section.
Piranha section. Oh, you serve piranhas? That's cool. I'm gonna go like over here. You're fucked up, guy.
Roll intimidation check.
He like goes over and he starts like grinding some stuff. Like there's like bones and stuff that he's like. No, it's just bones and stuff that he's like grinding. Remember, these are warlocks. They serve demons and devils. They're not exactly good people.
He's cooking ratatouille right now.
Huh?
I should have played a warlock. Next
What
campaign.
happened?
I want to play Paladin.
No, look, like this is a troll bone. I gotta get all the dust out. Some weird like fishy merfolk guys, they take it because their dicks can't get hard.
Yo.
So like he's just like he like keeps grinding this
I know a
thing.
couple goblins who do too.
You put that in a vial or something?
I mean like we usually sell it by the ounce, but like
Can I buy some?
I mean you're a woman. This doesn't do anything.
I have friends.
You want to make friends dick hards?
We're getting an aphrodisiac just to clarify for
That's
Fitix.
weird. I mean, you can buy some. I'm not against it,
It'll be
but
helpful.
for
I'm
making
being
people
helpful.
for making people's dicks hard.
I don't care what he does alone.
Maybe he's gonna be
It's
a
a
nice
good
fish
birthday
lady.
present.
It's a good birthday present.
It is
You
useful.
gave
I just want to address the fact, right? You went from being horrified at this guy from grinding up pixies to the point of seeing him talk about fish dicks being hard, and you're like, I want to buy that for my friend, a person I don't trust, but I want to buy it for a birthday present for this fish
I
dick.
don't have any friends. Is this how people make friends?
They don't make their dicks
You
hard.
don't get friends by giving them Viagra.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I think that's like, assault. Like what? Put a list for what? I think it's a crime to be honest.
You know what? That will be useful for maybe more than half the party.
Maybe we have to fight like some fish guys someday.
Look away! Look away! Some like
You know what?
Christian
Never
fish.
mind. Yes, get it because then we'll weaponize it.
I
We'll
mean,
defeat him by a blue ball.
Oh, I can turn it into like a bomb and just throw it at people.
I
and
just
make
wanted to be like,
you
somebody
can't.
help me! Help me!
You
Um,
can't. I can. I'm
so as he's doing that, and Amara's like kind of like I don't know what to do. You're looking at the piranha section. There's like a couple of there's like some cuffs. You can fit them on because they're clasp cuffs. They'll allow you to, a couple of them are like detailed little cards. They'll allow you to like
I haven't seen your full sheet.
come on. The cuffs will two of the cuffs will allow you to throw an extra Eldritch Blast, so it'll spread one more. Instead of being 3, it'll be 4, and then when you upgrade to 4, it'll be 5, and when you upgrade to 6, it'll be 7. That type of thing. It's boring, but it gives you one extra power. You have one that is a Sacred Book of Pyranus. This has like a whole bunch of like his former like servants' names and what they did or who they were and how they served him properly in it. This would be a very hard thing to hide from the party though. But it is very detailed and it gives you an understanding of what would make your deity happy. Very informational. However, again, you couldn't read it in front of them. You are known for reading because the first thing they saw you did is read. But this book would be very hard.
I was reading Scooby Doo and the adventures.
This would be very hard to hide from them because the book is like bright and it's like ever burning. It's not literally on fire; it just has that look of like being on fire.
Everyone lights out.
You have 2 other things there. Nothing you can really use though. Like
Would the burning book count as a low level
source?
light spell or light source?
It would, but again, it is a warlock thing, and he doesn't know enough, you guys well enough to judge him whether he's he's a warlock. So this could be a risky move, but it would give him good information on how to make sure his devil doesn't do that again. Again, they say like 200 and 500 apiece.
You could get a little more stuff.
You get both together.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of getting cool.
There's not many things you can use here, but there's a ever burning sword. This, however, the sword is literally on fire, so people who hold it will take fire damage unless they are part of Pyronis's cult. Again, you can't
We
use.
might know that one.
Throw it at Cos.
Cut
your wheel, jeez.
there are rings, but you can't use them
My
properly.
fingers are
Your
bad.
fingers are too big.
It'll go.
You can use the cuff because it's a linking one. You see that there is a hat, but I mean you have your horn, but the hat is literally just a intelligence buff. Sorry, and that's it. It doesn't have
Are there
anything
any
else.
earrings or tattoos?
Tattoo.
I don't think we're gonna get a tattoo.
But there's not
Well,
many other things you can use. But there is a cuff in that book. Those are really useful.
There might be
Wait,
some
there's a cuff
tattooed
in the book?
skin just put up on the,
The
side.
cuff
of the
and
Medieval
the
players.
books.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Just get a ear piercing.
Oh God. Going forward,
Going
whenever he goes to read his book, and remember, you can use the book in prayer, or he prays, and someone is nearby or inspecting, you guys have to do an inspection check on Scoobert because you do not know. The book will give him a -1 to that against each other.
Yeah.
Okay. When he uses the book.
That's not one of my plays.
And you guys can respond accordingly. In this world, as we've approached, warlocks aren't exactly the most ethical.
I'm
They
a
do what
pirate.
they do. They do it. Yeah, but they grind up dead bodies of pixies. So
right
yeah,
down. I know what Amara is.
they were my friends.
Again,
Well, were they your
my
friends,
character
or were they just
isn't
like
the most
people you
ethical
saw in
either-
school
either-
that you
either, so
met once and that was it?
All right.
I'm just kind of
So
neutral.
he bagged up some of that ground up bone, by the way, and he gave you a little thing. He's like, "Is there anything you want? Because that's only like worth 5."
I can pay for that if you want to.
Okay, I'm not a doctor.
Do you have anything?
I'm not an apothecary, but he grabs a thing off the thing and he just gives it to you. It's like just a generic bottle of lotion. He's like, "That might help."
Dry skin. Icy hot.
Yeah.
Do you have any potions to shut people up?
Oh, zippy potions?
Yeah.
Oh, I got zippy potions. He like scrambles around, he pulls one out. Like, we don't actually sell those, but I made that. It's really funny. If you use it, it forces like an actual physical zipper on someone. Then just like zip it.
Cool.
And it stays for like 2 hours.
That is the most Looney Tunes thing I ever
My brother once choked on a pine nut.
Are you
Is he
alright?
alive?
No.
No.
Is he unalive?
You killed your brother?
Oh, I didn't kill him, but he choked on a pine nut. It had nothing to do with the zipper potion. I just let you into my life a little bit.
Weirdo.
Is he
I'll
undead?
take
Oh, you want those? That book's really valuable, man. That's like 500 gold. How are you gonna pay for that? That cuff is 200.
I got it.
Oh.
But wait.
And he takes it out of your hand and he just looks at it. He's like, "Okay, you can go now."
I got one too. Do you want mine too?
This is only worth 5. That's worth 1,000. So instead, what he does is we'll figure this off screen. He just grabs a whole bunch of stuff. It's worth like 1,000 alone. Just like a whole bunch
Just
of
random
random
supplies.
shit. Yeah. And throws that in a sack and he's just like, "How about you take this? I'll take your ticket." You can also have the lotion. And he like uses one finger to push it towards you.
And he squirts it still on him. It starts lotion up his hands and
No, he just like uses one finger to push it towards you. You can have that.
box of
That's
tissues.
free.
Cool.
Don't touch me.
It's like a box of tissues
Those
on his
rashy
desk.
hands.
The rash isn't on my hands.
Ew. My grandma's blind.
So what kills me more is Dick was like, all right.
This guy is so strange.
I'm ready.
Please leave.
I don't want to know what he's
Dickman's having an existential crisis. He's not even in this shop. He just doesn't like this guy.
I can feel it from
What
where
did
I
you want from
am.
this guy?
This thing is just
You guys
sat
want
there.
anything else? Like, this is the most fun I've had all week.
That's because no one probably comes in here.
No one does come in here. It's weird. I have like the best warlock supplies in town.
Just a bunch of tourists coming for the normal shit.
They just want
My
random
cat has diabetes.
Alright, I'm leaving.
It could be
Oh,
worse.
okay.
They could have
I-
pillow foot.
I really like these coupons, man. Thank you. I gotta go.
Back.
I gotta go feed my diabetic cat.
Give him Snickers.
I want this guy's actual patron to be the cat.
Cat god.
A diabetic cat god.
Yes.
Oh no, it's the old school cupcake king!
Yes.
He's just like a little weirdo guy that like has a warlock shop. Like I said, I was bodying like the weird dude that worked behind the counter at
Like a
Hot
movie
Topic.
theater.
No, at like
no,
Hot
it's
Topic in the early
beautiful.
2000s, where he's like
It's beautiful.
way too personal but way too distant at the same
Yeah.
time.
He doesn't know a good balance.
Yeah, he doesn't have
He
a
has
great.
the shoulders.
He makes Amara look like a people person.
I am a people person.
So this guy's autistic.
It's just the
got
people
it.
that you want to interact with are.
She's a
Are
people
usually
person when it
from
comes
you.
to Dick.
You are a people person, but you eat the people.
So this guy's autistic.
He's,
Oh
She's
yeah,
like people.
severely. It's just weird.
she's a
He
humanitarian.
has no social skills at all.
So you guys go outside. All right. So we will do a quick little wrap up here.
I am trying to get this
You
blasted bag open.
you opened up the tent. He wasn't lying. There's 4 rooms, a fully furnished room that
Folks!
Look,
it is a fully furnished room with 4 or 5 beds. There's a bunk bed too. There's a whole cooking area and a dining table. There's a crafting little center. There's even like a side pouch that you can unzip and he can wheel the bike inside.
I can get my bike in there.
Yeah, just
I
place
just
your
sung it to
ass
myself.
And Amara and Scoobert, you guys exit and you guys see that they set up this tent. It's you look at it, you're like, I can't fit in there, and it just you go in and you bend your head down, and when you lift your head up, it's huge inside.
The internal dimensions of this vicinity are significantly larger than the outside dimensions. It's magnificent.
Well, we won't be noticed by anybody if we have a campfire inside of it, I guess.
Yes,
So
but instead it would be filling up with carbon monoxide and smoke.
Fair.
that doesn't affect you.
Oh.
I mean, no, but I care about the flesh ones.
The flesh ones.
Flesh in here. Maybe him.
So as you guys
Flesh
are
is just like meat, if any living.
Yeah.
I know.
as you guys
Your insides are meat. Now pay attention.
as you guys are wrapping up the night, you're starting to realize that your whole day, you guys did all of this amazing stuff, but you forgot to do one major thing. Forgot to literally ask anyone about the Cult of the Lost Void, and that is where we're ending today.
We had too much fun.
Balderdash! We'll figure that out next time.
Make
This
sure
is- I'll
someone
make
makes
sure
a note to ask about the Cult of the Lost Void while
This
they're
is one of
traveling.
my favorite sessions so far.
No, it's not.
I got to do a couple of interesting characters, which, by the way, you guys didn't ask for any names, so
No.
you don't know who they are, but you can revisit them later.
I mean, I know the giant dude. You told me, I think.
This
I'm
was
definitely
great.
playing a warlock
Oh.
this campaign.
Yeah, no, I didn't say his name, did I?
No, you didn't. I just
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just
you
said, I
said-
called him. I just called him Big Dwarf.
I told
Yeah.
Raiden what I want to do is be a paladin bard next time,
so
but I'm gonna worship the god or goddess of love. Or love
let's
Ooh.
quickly do a post-gamey little thing like we have been. Hi, guys. Welcome to the post-game, I guess. So this was episode 3. I know it's been greatly delayed. Let's start off with Trident, since you're the first one who technically has to leave at a time limit.
I had a lot of fun today. Actually, this is one of my favorite sessions so far. not that there was even like any combat or anything, but I feel like we all got an equal amount to do different things.
Yeah.
It was spread out very well, and we all had some very interesting situations and a lot of laughs.
I really wanted to make sure that you guys got to like do a split up motion. I was kind of
And
I
it
kind
worked
of
fairly
I
well.
didn't mean to like force it upon you guys. I'm sorry if I
Yeah.
did.
No, it kind of worked. It honestly worked out the way we were doing it. So like, some of us had similar goals. So.
Yeah, and so I figured like since you guys have similar goals and areas, you might have to travel with each other to get to know each other. It might have to happen again too, where you might have to get to know one another.
And you didn't force us into the situation. We kind of like went to that on our own.
Yeah.
Like you prod us in the direction, but not like
I don't want to railroad anyone,
No,
and that's why like when you said you want to do a check on the city, I was kind of like, yeah, I mean you can. I mean you already bought what you needed, but I'll still let you do it. I don't have anything
I didn't really
against
find
it.
anything.
Yeah, there really is, because you were in this like the merchant area. There wasn't really that much interesting. They went over to the interesting area, unfortunately, but also it's a magic area. You don't really have it unless it's magic tech.
I mean,
you don't
I
really
know like
have it.
some mechanical stuff, but like
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to get the magic bullets. Because,
Yeah. Oh, and you absolutely got them. And like I said, so that's another thing too for you guys. Like if you want to go buy special ammo, you can just tell me, and then we'll deduct the gold and make a deal. And we don't have to like spend a lot of time on it, dude. Unless it's like an actual thing that you want to be part of your story. Like, hey, I'm also gonna ask this guy information, and let me know.
If it's
so
just,
this,
like, ammo or resource,
yeah, if it's just like a resource or an ammo, or you guys want to get like firewood, we can just auto do that. So this way you don't have to waste time on like a actual role playing of that stuff. That's not something you even role play when you guys play archers and RPGs. You're just like, I just need arrows. Shut up and sell me arrows. I have no interest in your quest.
Hey, by the way, what was the name of the cheese wheel again?
Grand Poupard.
The Grand Poupard.
Do you know what flavor of cheese it is?
It's covered in a red wax. You guys have no idea. They just called it the Grand Poupard.
I just spent my coupon on a big wheel of cheese, and I'm very
honestly,
happy about
that's a
that.
lot of rations.
I love how I emphasize the fact that it's non-magical cheese.
At least it's rations, though.
It is rations. It is rations. You guys just need like bread.
Yeah.
We have empanadas.
You guys do not have empanadas. He ate them all.
Oh yeah, when we went to that magic shop, they were taking too long talking. I ate.
He's Scoobert. I told you guys. I was hinting at the fact that they give the ASV students free food, and none of you took that opportunity.
But I wanted cheese.
You got the cheese.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
You
get
took
rid of
the
my
opportunity.
wheel.
You could have gone across the street and gotten meat.
You probably would have gotten free cheese from the friggin' school.
But it was funny.
not
to do what I
like
did.
that. It wouldn't be that much.
But it was funny to do what I did.
All right.
We're
Let's
playing in
go
front of
off
the camera,
to
remember?
let's see. Daquan, you know what? What about today? How did you feel about today? What's your favorite part?
Today was fun. I don't really have a favorite part. I just like the entire thing entirely. You know what was really convenient?
What?
That I've gotten 17. I rolled 17 3 times today. And it was for role play instead of combat, so you know.
How do you feel about the fact that like merfolk are now using like plastic waste as magical stuff?
That's comedy.
That you now don't know, but do know that if she has a potion to make your dick bigger.
It's not a potion. It's just like dust.
Oh, it's Viagra.
It is literally Viagra.
I also got a zipper potion.
Yeah.
For somebody special.
Oh yeah, I know. And the moment you said you want to shut up me.
You also got a variety. You also got a. Well, it literally is just a zipper. It works the same way as the zipper stand.
So you're just gonna
from
put her,
JoJo.
she's gonna zip my mouth.
It is not just a potion. It's an infernal thing.
Yeah.
It's an infernal potion. It comes from the hells. It's not a normal drink it and a thing happens or it splashes.
You brought something a plague warlock. Is that an actual thing?
There are plague warlocks in this world. Well, this is Vilazia. If we ever come back to Vilazia, you will absolutely be able to.
Can I just have a plague warlock in the next campaign?
I would have to custom build it because it's custom built in this. Okay. So it would have to be. I have it built around Gorthalax in this. Gortharax in this.
I just want to play.
Not Lax. Gorthalax. I wanted this to be clear. Gorthalax is an actual thing from Fantasy High that is not meant. This is totally not meant as a reference to.
Yeah.
Gortharax is just something I wrote down when I was like gibberish.
Yeah.
You know how like some writers when they're doing like demons and stuff, they'll just be like blah 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 blah, and then they'll erase a couple things until it looks like stuff. That was literally what I did, and it came out Gortharax. That was unintentional. like I out of my hands. I didn't realize I did that.
But I still want to play a Plague Warlock.
Yeah.
I want to play.
You can maybe
someone
meet a
worships
Plague
to
Warlock.
the goddess of
Let's
love,
go
the god of
with
love.
no, we did this side. Let's do
Me.
yeah. Why not?
Mhm.
Wait, what did you enjoy, or what
I
was your
enjoyed
favorite
when I
part?
got to roleplay my character. That was a lot of
Yeah?
fun.
Oh,
I
I
enjoyed that you let me buy a big wheel of cheese.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yes, you did.
I enjoyed that I got to come with right Moby
I
Dick.
am loving
that
this
was great.
vacuum.
I loved it.
I'm
that
loving
was
this
great.
rivalry.
Who's taking notes, by the way?
I've been.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been
been taking
great.
notes.
He's a good
Kaz takes notes once in a while of like
Yeah.
big events or something he's
Yeah.
there
Can
for.
you take notes about my bike?
I'm too impatient to take
Uh,
even in school.
Yeah, I never took notes in school.
Give me
If
a
any-
second.
yeah, if
I
anyone
gotta go
wants to
back.
know why Bastion's bike needs 24 hours to repair the auto drive.
Just a remembrance that I'm working on that.
Yeah,
so I can actually
it's just
use
his
that.
auto drive feature, so it will find him when he snaps his finger.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like even if it's in the
Like
tent.
Shadow
Yeah.
Max.
I also want to add that the tent can be folded up and put back to its flat self in the backpack.
Will the bike be in there? still?
Yes, and it won't add any weight to it.
So I guess I like that you let me do whatever I want. That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I kind of like giving you guys the freedom to just say, "Hey, I want to go like smell this lady's toes,"
I should smell
and
someone's
then you
toes
like
next
you
time.
can totally
Better
smell
find
their
mine.
toes. But
We just
that
own
doesn't.
you already.
Here's my thing. That
Brandon
doesn't
just owned you
justify.
more.
That doesn't justify your action because you wanted to do it, because the NPC's reaction to you
Yeah.
is going to be like what happened. You guys were just talking,
But
and
that's
I'm
even
like, yo,
funnier.
this has to happen because you guys are just talking and
Like,
talking. I
what
rolled a
we get-
19 again. Thank
What I
God.
really wanted to do was when I was in the castle, but I didn't get the chance. Was I wanted to find the portrait and just tilt it to the left or right.
Oh yeah, you were saying.
Could definitely do that another time.
Yeah.
We'll go
Just
back
to like,
and,
just when
there'll be
no one's
another
looking and
palette.
they
You know
sit
what?
down, they
We
say,
can retroactively say that you did that and just be fine with it, and then maybe it'll be brought up later.
Okay.
You got to return.
Yeah.
You got to return back to the castle so you could do it then. But anyway,
We'll see.
Brosho, what was your what do you think about today?
I made a friend.
You made a friend, Scoobert. Yeah. How'd you feel about Amara kind of opening up? But it was out of fear, wasn't it?
It was out of necessity. I need a friend.
You need a friend.
And also to make sure that
William Beard
fairy
Shaker could be your friend.
ground up fairies will not be taken, so that
I'm not getting that.
fairies won't be harvested by this group at all.
Well, he doesn't serve Vorgath, and Vorgath is like the only one that like kind of deals with that. So that was in the Vorgoth section.
Yeah,
Can I use your fire to heat stuff up that I'm making?
Well, you don't know.
Hell.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Start heating
Um,
up the saucepan.
what is
So
it?
yeah, how did you feel having Amara open up to one person?
Okay.
Wait.
How'd you feel
Pay
about
attention.
Amara opening up to the person?
Oh, it shows you how to get home.
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet. All right, that's fine.
She's been burned before.
Did you enjoy being able to interact with an NPC that was like a little wacky today?
Yes.
Let's Bronson. How was your adventure today?
Well, first and foremost, I'm glad that we have some little.
Oh,
even if they're kind of
absolutely.
wonky tokens. To
Oh,
represent
they're
these.
We
fine.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was really
It,
awesome.
wa- it was
Yeah.
completely you never even needed to do that.
I didn't, but also I really wanted to, and also this little dude happened.
I
which
know. I
love
see him. I see him.
I love
like-
him.
Am I here or with you or?
Yeah.
Wait, is that what the
I don't
DM
know
looks
where to
like?
want them.
It
Is
doesn't
that
matter.
what his,
Amara's is really cool with the this soda bottle.
Yes,
Yeah.
I literally just cut a soda
little
bottle and
bug.
try and make translucent
You have
wings.
more talent in your painting than my whole body.
I'm just
I know,
saying
right?
now, the little bug creature is just the DM.
Him. This is the DM. This is
That's
my.
God?
This
I
is
do like Mithraxans a lot. They are my creation.
okay.
So
So how about we make it canon that Scoob has a cousin, and it's
it's this
It's
fat
Doob.
roly poly motherfucker.
yeah, it's Doob.
Dumb beetle.
Doob.
It's Doob.
Doob.
Instead of Scooby Dumb, it's
It's
Doob.
Doob.
No, it's Scrappy.
It's Doob. The
No, there's
barbarian.
Scooby Dumb and
Y'all
Scrappy.
should
There's
know
other family members.
That I have a cousin named Doob. He's a god.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just barbarian, and he's like a very capable fighter.
He's
But
a
he's
dung beetle though.
yes, he charges. He is the
Right.
train.
So yeah, was there anything like you enjoyed about this one? Even if it didn't happen to you.
My favorite part that happened to me specifically,
has to be the cat lady.
That was okay. I gotta mention that like the cat lady was a mistake because I rolled 2 2s in a roll. So her whole like deal was like she's gross and weird.
Yeah.
That was literally her whole deal.
Bronson was like, "Oh, hey, I should get some supplies for cooking and stuff."
At first, she was just gonna be like a weird lady that sold pots and pans, but as I rolled terribly,
Yeah, it
What's
just
up?
got worse.
Don't need to be
Nice.
I'm curious what the other guy was. Where we didn't go to.
Yeah, I should have gone to
The
him.
best,
Yeah,
the
probably.
best merchant in the whole city.
We didn't even see the
We'll
merchant.
sell
We just
all
saw the
kinds
guy
of
looking at lever or something.
oh
So
yeah, we
anything,
can do
we don't
that.
know.
Yeah, that's not as
Yeah. I'm not gonna show anyone yet, but
Yes.
that'll be cool. And lastly is Scoobert. Like, how was today for you?
I enjoyed it.
I think this is the first time we saw you kind of role play for the first time with D&D,
Yeah.
which is weird. It isn't that weird because last Thursday when we played slashers, you were really into the role play.
I-
Yeah, we were
I-
doing that last week.
I really got into slashers because I was able to like think of the character that I could play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
like,
slowly
like I said,
open
it was
up
like
more
it was like a
different
it was like a game. So in my head, it was like more of a game that I can picture and everything.
Yeah.
But like I think playing that and now coming to D&D, it's like a little bit easier for me to picture stuff.
Yeah, because you're gonna be able to now take the picture of things in your head and put it into real life.
And that's what I was saying last week with slashers. Like that can help newer
Yeah.
people who know
My
much
favorite-
about D&D get into.
You had
stuff
an
like
out?
this.
Me?
So-
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, yes, no,
He
yes.
can't.
Maybe
He
I
can't
don't
word.
know.
Yeah. All right. So
This is your cult symbol.
no, that's not Pyronus is who he serves.
Okay, well, this is
That's
cult
the
symbol
lost
now.
boy.
This is what I'm doing now.
Rosa's
Cult
gone.
symbol.
All right.
Awesome.
So thank you guys for joining us. Can someone end the video? Bye.
Take care, everybody, and keep playing.
Hit the bottom.
Come on.